Hello everyone, welcome to What If Deku Became the Shield Hero with One for All movie. Before we start, please go support Mhan1NT3ND0 fan for writing that awesome fanfic. Now that the war is over, Yui let everyone have a long break to recharge after everything that happened. Izuku decided to spend that time with his precious daughter, Ary. However, one day, they decided to visit a library and found a book called The Four Cardinal Weapons. At first, they thought it was just a regular book, but then, somehow, they got transported out of this world. Unfortunately, while being transported, the two got separated from each other. Izuku ended up in another world where he and three other heroes are tasked with stopping the waves of catastrophe to save this world and return home. But due to him being the shield hero, he is faced with discrimination almost immediately. But Izuku is strong. Not just physically, but mentally too. He won't let the insults get to him. But he is soon accused of actions he never did. But meets a young Tanuki slave girl named Rafalia, who is with his daughter. Now they must work together and save this world. But what happens when Rafalia desires to be more than friends with Izuku, transported to a new world? It was a new day here in Mistreated. The students of Yui were given time off a week ago after dealing with the massive war that shook Hero Society itself. But peace and quiet can only exist for so long. Izuku, good morning, Ary. Ary, good morning, Papa. What are we doing today? These two are Izuku Midoriya and his adopted daughter, Ary Midoriya. Izuku adopted this sweet little girl about 2 months ago, and it was the best decision of his life. Izuku, I'm planning on going to the library today. Ary, can I join? Izuku, are you sure? It might be boring for you. Ary, I don't care. As long as I get to be with you, Papa. Izuku smiled. She is such a sweet girl. Izuku, alright, Ary. Let's go. They put on their red shoes and left home for the library. At the library, Ary, wow. So many books. Izuku, Ary. Sure. In a library, you're supposed to be quiet so you don't disturb others. Ary, oh. Sorry, Papa. Izuku, it's okay. Just try to remember this. Ary, hey, Papa? She points to a red book on the top shelf. Ary, that red book looks cool. Izuku, do you want to see it? Ary nodded. Izuku then got the book from the shelf. Ary, what's it called? Izuku, The Four Cardinal Weapons. Ary, Cardinal? Izuku, it means a leader of the Roman Church, or something of great importance. It probably is referring to the second one. Ary, read it. Read it. Izuku chuckled. Izuku, okay. He opened the book and started reading. Izuku. In order to save the world from the waves of apocalyptic catastrophe, 4 heroes will be summoned from another world. Each hero wields a distinctive weapon, a sword, a spear, a bow, or a shield. Ary, shields aren't weapons though. Isn't it more like armor? Izuku, a shield very much is a weapon. It can be used to not only protect yourself, but protect others. You could use it to parry attacks. You can even slam it down on your opponent's head. A shield has many uses that can definitely give the edge in battle. Ary, wowie. I never knew shields were so cool. Izuku, it all depends on how the wielder uses it. Ary, hey, are there any girl heroes in this story? Izuku, I don't think so. The only female I see in all this is the princess, but she seems to have let the power go to her head and made her think her actions have no consequences. Ary, I thought princesses were supposed to be nice. Izuku, unfortunately, the world doesn't work like that. Ary, would I be a bad princess? Izuku, don't be silly. You're a kind girl and would make a much better princess. Ary, thank you, Papa. Izuku, hang on. Something's wrong. Ary, huh? What do you mean? Izuku got down on one knee and showed her something weird. That something was nothing. The pages suddenly stopped. Ary, huh? Where's the rest of the story? Izuku, I have no idea. The book suddenly glowed a bright golden light, and the pages were turning on their own. Ary, Papa? What's going on? Izuku and Ary started glowing in a golden light. Izuku, Ary. Hang on to me. Ary grabbed onto Izuku as they were suddenly transported away. Ary, what's going on? Izuku, I don't know. Eventually, Ary started to lose her grip. Ary, oh no. Izuku, Ary. Hang on. Ary, I'm trying. That's when Ary lost her grip and was pulled far away from Izuku. Izuku, Ary. That's when he landed in a strange new place. Head Priest 1, fantastic. The summoning was a success. Izuku, what? Head Priest 2, brave heroes, won't you please save our world from pure evil? Izuku, what? Izuku noticed he wasn't alone and looked to his left, and saw that there were 3 other people there. Izuku, Who are they? No. A better question. He stood up. Izuku, where am I? He then noticed something on his arm. Izuku, a shield? Where did this even come from? Head Priest 1, please, oh brave heroes. Our world is in dire need of saving. Izuku, what's going on here? What do you mean it's in need of saving? Head Priest 1, the story behind it all is long and complicated, but suffice it to say that you are the 4 cardinal heroes, and you were summoned here using an ancient ritual. Izuku, cardinal heroes? Head Priest 1, our world is in a most fragile state, and teeters on the brink of destruction. So we beg you, oh brave heroes, please lend us your aid. Izuku, tell me more. Please, forget it. Izuku, wait, what? I also refuse. Izuku, you guys, you can send us back to our homeworld, right? Do that and maybe we'll talk. The boy with the sword pointed it at the priests. You brought the 4 of us here without our consent. Don't you feel the least bit guilty about it? Not to mention, if you throw us out as soon as we restore peace, we'd have done all that work for nothing. How willing are you to accommodate our requests? Depending on your answer, we may end up as your enemies instead of your allies. Izuku, what the heck? They shouldn't be acting this way. The world is in danger, and we're supposed to do something about it. And now they're demanding respect and rewards? That's not right. Head Priest 1, good sirs, before I say any more, we'd like you to have an audience with the King of Melromark. Izuku, Melromark? Head Priest 1, you can negotiate your rewards with him directly, so please. The boy with the sword lowered it. All right, fine. I suppose we'll consider their offer. Sure. Doesn't matter who we talk to, our demands won't change. Izuku, I don't like how smug they are. They all started walking up the castle stairs and looked outside. Wow, look! This really is another world, huh? Sure is. Izuku, judging by the breeze, I'd say this place has a fairly standard Mediterranean climate. You would be correct. Later at the main hall. So, you young men are the 4 cardinal heroes of ancient legend? This is the land of Melromark, and I am the king, Alcray Melromark the 32nd. Welcome, brave heroes. Please identify yourselves. Renamaki. I'm a high school student, and I'm 16 years old. I'm Moto Yasu Kitamura. College student, 21. I suppose I'm up next. Itsuki Kawasaki, still in high school, and I'm 17. Izuku, my name's Alcray, good. Ren, Moto Yasu, and Itsuki. Izuku, your majesty? I haven't introduced myself yet. Alcray, oh yes, forgive me. Izuku, I'm Izuku Midoriya. High school student. I'm 16 years old. Alcray, now then, I suppose I need to explain why we've brought you here. My beloved country of Melromark and the entire world surrounding it are heading down a path to certain ruin. There is a prophecy about the waves of calamity. When they show up, massive amounts of monsters show up and destroy everything in sight. If they are not stopped, the world will meet its end. In every country, there is an ancient dragon hourglass. They predict each wave's arrival. The first wave that washed over this country was not long ago. We were barely able to fend it off. But each wave will be stronger than the last. As long as the waves are around, the sands of the hourglass will still trickle down. The next wave is less than a month away. Izuku, this sounds serious. Alcray, we underestimated the potency of the waves. Once we actually experienced the first one and barely survived, we realized that only the 4 cardinal heroes could counter them. So we followed the legend and summoned you 4. But now, we have no time to lose. Izuku, hold on. This is just like the book I read with Ary. Ren, okay, I think we get the gist of it. Anyway, I'm sure you didn't bring us here thinking we'd save you for free. Izuku, wait, what? Minister, of course not. Once you repel all the waves, I can assure you we shall reward you most handsomely. Moto Yasu, yeah? Well, it would seem we have no choice but to take you at your word. Ren, long as you don't renege, we'll work with you. But don't think for a moment that you can tame us. Itsuki, exactly. We won't put up with you looking down on us. Izuku, I don't care about the reward. They all look at Izuku. Izuku, what? Ren, they are asking us to risk our lives for this task and you're saying you want nothing in return? Izuku, yeah? As things are right now, I have only 2 desires. And one of them is to save this world. Itsuki, what's the other? Izuku, I need to find someone very important to me. We got separated when we were both transported and I need to find her. Moto Yasu, her? Is she hot? Izuku, she's 7 years old, dude. Moto Yasu, never mind. Alcray, if I can trust we have reached an agreeable arrangement, I would ask you brave heroes to now check your statuses. Izuku, wait, what? Itsuki, what do you mean by that? Ren, are you guys dense? It should have been the very first thing you noticed when you got here. Don't you see the icon in the lower right corner of your vision? Izuku, wait, what? He looked down to see that Ren is correct. Izuku, oh yeah. I see it. Ren, try focusing your attention on it. Izuku got it. He focused on the 3 green dots on his screen and a status screen showed up right in front of him. Izuku, whoa, Itsuki, only level 1? Well, that's really disconcerting, isn't it? Moto Yasu, yeah, no kidding. Who can tell if we can even fight like this? Izuku, what is all this? Minister, it's called status magic, an ability exclusive to the heroes. Ren, so where do we go? What's the first step? Minister, you must step out on an adventure to develop and upgrade these legendary weapons you have been equipped with. Izuku, so they weren't already maxed out when we got them? Moto Yasu, can't we just wield other weapons until these are usable? Izuku, let's test it. Can one of you give me your weapon? Itsuki, unfortunately, they seem like they're stuck on us. Ren, suppose we'll have to figure that out as we go. Regardless, it looks like we've all got a lot of training ahead of us. Itsuki, we'll have to level up hard and fast. Izuku, alright. Once the 4 of us feel like we're ready, we can form a party and… Minister, one moment, brave heroes. Heroes, huh? Minister, I neglected to mention, you must each recruit allies and adventure separately. Itsuki, and why is that? Minister, it is said that by their very nature, the legendary weapons repel one another. If you try and work together, it will apparently hinder their development. Izuku, I see. All-Cray, since the sun is about to set, rest here for the night, and begin your quests tomorrow. In the meantime, we'll gather the best of the best to form your parties. A woman walked over to them. Woman, we have quarters prepared for you all. Please, sirs, right this way. She led them to their room. Moto Yasu, I guess when you're heroes of legend, you get special treatment. The girl who showed us here was cute too. Itsuki, and though it did taste unusual, our dinner was quite sumptuous. Izuku, anyone else feel like this resembles a video game? Moto Yasu, that's cause it is a video game. It's exactly like Emerald Online. Izuku, Emerald Online? Never heard of it. Moto Yasu, seriously? It's huge. Itsuki, what are you talking about? This isn't some online game. It's a new console game I'm playing. Called Dimension Web. Ren, you're both wrong. Everything about this place is identical to a VR MMO called Brave Star Online. Moto Yasu, let's sort this out. First off, Ren, do you really mean an actual, literal VR MMO? Ren, yeah. Moto Yasu, you guys do get what he means by that too, right? Itsuki, a sci-fi game I'm familiar with explored the concept. Izuku, yeah, I've heard about them. Never seen one though. Moto Yasu, now to be sure, let's compare general knowledge. Whose face is on the 1,000 yen bill? Ready, and they all gave different answers. Everyone, wait, who? They compared general knowledge with each other but none of them matched. Izuku, I think I get it now. We are from separate worlds. All of us. Moto Yasu, I thought we might just be from different eras, but I guess not. Izuku, strange how I'm the only one here who hasn't played any video games like this world though. They stayed silent. Izuku, is something wrong? Itsuki, oh nothing, I just assumed it was because you're the shield hero. Moto Yasu, ha! You too? Ren, well yeah. I mean, it only makes sense. Izuku narrowed his eyes. Izuku, what's wrong with the shield? Moto Yasu, let me bring you up to speed on the basics. As far as I've ever seen, the shield, a class that specializes in the shield, is for losers because no true gamers ever play it. Izuku, okay. Moto Yasu, huh? That's it. Just okay? Izuku, what do you expect me to say? Did you expect me to feel offended for being called a loser? Moto Yasu, a little bit. Izuku rolled his eyes. Izuku, you're not the first one to call me a loser. Far from it. Been hearing it for more than 10 years of my life. Itsuki, is there a story behind all this? Izuku, there is. But as it stands, I can't say I trust you enough to tell you the full story. Far from it. Ren, hey, we're all heroes here. We shouldn't. Izuku, yes, we're heroes. But as far as I'm concerned, we're merely acquainted with each other. I can't see people who insult me for wielding a shield as trustworthy enough for me to tell you everything. Itsuki, I see. I apologize. Izuku shook his head. Izuku, I accept your apology. But I'm afraid that it's not enough for me to have enough trust in you to explain everything. Trust can be broken easily. and it's hard to earn it back. Itsuki looked down. Rin, can I ask you a question? Who is it that you are looking for? Izuku, that's a long story in and of itself. For now, I'm more focused on finding her. He went to sleep along with the others. The next day, the four were in the main hall again. All Cray, we have gathered the greatest warriors in the land. These brave souls will fight the waves alongside you. Izuku, I wonder how this works. All Cray, our future champions, the time has come to begin your journey. The warriors in front of them all started to walk towards them. Izuku, I get it. They're the ones who decide. Makes sense. He then noticed that he got no companions. Izuku, let me guess. This is about me wielding the shield? All Cray, I am loath to admit it, but even I was not expecting this. I've been made aware of an unsettling rumor. One that says that the shield hero is ignorant of this world. Izuku, I get it. I guess the legends say that we are supposed to know this world like the back of our hand from the start. Well, the rumor is accurate anyways. It's fine, Itsuki, but dude, are you really planning to go in all by yourself? With nothing but that shield? Izuku, I'll be fine, Itsuki. Besides, I'm never alone. Itsuki, wait, what does he mean by that? Sir Hero, Izuku HM? Mine, would you kindly allow me to switch parties and join the shield hero? Izuku narrowed his eyes. He immediately knew he couldn't trust her. Moto Yasu, are you? Izuku, it's fine. I'll go in on my own. Mine what? Izuku, like the rumors said. I am ignorant of this world. It would be best for you to follow someone who isn't. I'll do just fine. All Cray, are you positive about this decision, shield hero? Izuku, yes. I'll be fine. I can handle myself. All Cray, well, so be it. We shall have to take other measures then. But Master Izuku, you will still have to recruit for your party yourself. Izuku, I'll see what I can do. All Cray, every month, we shall provide each hero with the funds they require. This one time, however, Master Izuku's payment will be higher than the others. Izuku, oh no! You don't have to do that. Moto Yasu, dude, just take the reward. Izuku sighed. Izuku, fine. All Cray, here are your initial war chests. Accept them with our thanks. Minister, Shield Hero receives 800 silver coins while the rest of you each receives 600 silver. All Cray, procure all necessary equipment and set forth. Heroes, sir! They all left. Izuku was sitting by a wall thinking to himself. Itsuki, hey Izuku? Izuku HM? Oh. Hey Itsuki. Itsuki, what exactly did you mean by? You're never alone. Izuku, I would tell you. But I just can't trust you with that secret yet. It's too important. Itsuki, I see. Well, I hope you do well on your journey and also finding that girl you're searching for. Izuku, thanks Itsuki. Itsuki, good luck Izuku. Izuku, you too. Izuku decided to look around the village. Izuku, wow. This world is so much different from mine. Well, I'd better visit a shop that sells weapons and armor. Then I can set off to find Ary. He asked a local resident where he could find a shop that he could buy weapons and armor from, and they gave him directions. He ended up at a blacksmith's shop. Izuku, whoa. This place is incredible. Welcome, good sir. So, first time in a weapons shop, is it? Well, you already know how to pick the best one. Izuku, thanks, but I actually got directions from someone else. Hang on. Are you one of the heroes? You have the shield. Looks like you're the dud. Izuku sighed. Izuku, yeah? I'm the shield hero, Izuku Midoriya. It's nice to meet you. Izuku, huh? Well, if you become a regular, I won't give two hoots what you wield. Alright, kid. Good to meet ya. I'm Earhart, the owner of this shop. Izuku, nice to meet you, Earhart. So I'm here because I need equipment. What can I get? Earhart showed him some swords. Earhart, left to right, that's iron, magic steel, and silver iron in ascending order of price. All quality swords, guaranteed. Izuku, incredible. He picked one sword up, but an electric shock zapped his hand and made him drop the sword. Izuku, ow. Earhart, what happened? Izuku, I think I know. Because I'm the shield hero, I can only wield a shield. If I tried to pick up any other weapon, an electric shock would forcibly separate me from the weapon. Earhart, well, this isn't good, kid. You can't fight with just a shield. Izuku, I wouldn't worry too much about it. I can handle myself with my bare hands. Earhart, are you nuts? Izuku, trust me. I'm stronger than I look. Earhart sighed. Earhart, if you say so, kid. But does that shield even come off? Izuku, nope. Same with the other cardinal weapons. They're stuck on me. I can move it around my body though. Earhart, that's one strange shield you got there, kid. Think you can still buy some armor? Izuku, I believe so. He bought some new clothes. Earhart, hey. Now you're starting to look the part, at least. Izuku, I much prefer my hero costume. Earhart, hero costume? What do you mean, kid? Izuku, well, you seem trustworthy. Let me tell you about my world. Izuku told Earhart all about his world and quirks. Earhart, damn, kid. I wouldn't mind living in a world like that. Izuku, it's not as great as you might think. I would tell you all about it, but then we'd be here for way too long. Earhart, seems reasonable, kid. Izuku, so, how much do you want for this armor? Earhart, hero's discount. 120 silver. Izuku, oh no. That discount is really unnecessary. Let me pay in full. Earhart, that's look in your eyes, kid. You won't let me take no for an answer, will you? Izuku, no, I will not. Earhart sighs with a smile. Earhart, alright, kid. You're a good guy. But I recommend not letting people take advantage of your kindness. Izuku, thanks for the advice. Earhart, so, what are you planning on doing next? Izuku, I need to defeat monsters to get experience points and level up. Earhart, kid, you do realize that you have to kill them, right? Izuku, what? He sighs. Izuku, I guess that makes sense. Earhart, you can't hesitate in killing, kid. Izuku gained a determined look. Izuku, I won't. After that, he went out into a field. Izuku, whoa. This place is incredible. He then noticed the grass moving. Izuku, one for all. Izuku, full cowling. A bunch of ball-shaped monsters jumped at him. Izuku, smash. With a single punch, they were all defeated. Izuku, good thing my quirk can still be used in this world. Izuku's shield then glowed a bit when it was near the remains of one of the monsters. Izuku HM? I wonder. He brought the remains to the green orb on his shield, and it was absorbed. Izuku, whoa. He saw that a new skill was unlocked. Izuku, must be part of the shield's power. But before I can unlock a new shield, I need more resources. It's a good thing I can still use my quirk. Otherwise, taking these monsters down will be nearly impossible. He went back to taking down as many monsters as he could for the rest of the day. Izuku, looks like it's getting late. Better rest for the night. He went to an inn and paid for a rest for the night. Izuku, Ary. I hope you're doing alright. Just hang on for now. I promise I'll find you. He then went to sleep. But then the next morning, Izuku, I'm what? Guard 1, you are under arrest, boy. He was dragged over to the castle. Izuku, ow. What's going on? Mine hid behind Moto Yasu. Izuku, is something wrong? Mine then made up a story that Izuku tried to rape her last night. Izuku, wait, what? Alt-Cray. To think the Cardinal Shield hero would commit the greatest sin in this country. Minister, in Melromark, even attempted sexual assault on a woman is punishable by death. Izuku, can't say I blame that reasoning. Alt-Cray, if you weren't a hero, you'd be executed at once. Izuku, but He wanted to say something but, Izuku, no. What's the point in trying to defend myself here? I know how this will go. I tried to tell you I didn't do anything, but you won't believe me. Let me guess. Mine is really your daughter. Am I correct? Alt-Cray, how dare. Itsuki, stop. Everyone went silent. Itsuki, I can't really see Izuku as the kind of person to do this sort of thing. Something about him just screams like he couldn't handle even glancing at a woman's bare chest. Raping someone seems completely out of the question. He walked over to Izuku and turned to face the king. Itsuki, I believe that Izuku Midoriya is innocent. Izuku, Itsuki. Besides, Izuku didn't even stay at the same place we did. He stayed at a regular inn. He had no idea where mine is. That makes it impossible for him to even try to touch her. Maybe none of you believe in the shield hero, but I do. He's a good person. I know it. Izuku, Itsuki, thank you. Alt-Cray, I wish I could just kick out the both of you. But legend says that no new heroes may be summoned until all 4 heroes of the original Cardinal Heroes meet their end. Ren, what? Moto Yasu, that's insane. Itsuki, so we can't even go home? Alt-Cray, there's only one way you may return home. Fight off all the incoming waves. Moto Yasu, but sir, does that mean we have to fight alongside a criminal like him? Itsuki grit his teeth. Izuku, Itsuki. It's okay. Itsuki, no it's not. You don't deserve this treatment. Izuku, it's fine. I'm used to being accused of stuff I didn't do. Alt-Cray, TCH. News of your crime is already spreading among the people. That is your punishment. You should never expect to be allowed to lead a decent life in this country. Izuku, sounds like my old life. Itsuki, thanks for standing up for me. I'll be taking my leave now. With that, Izuku left. As he walked through the outskirts of town, everyone was avoiding him. Earhart, hey, shield kid. Izuku, oh. Earhart pinned him to the wall. Earhart, so I heard what happened. I ought to punch you in the face. Izuku, go on ahead. Better than getting hit with an explosion to the face. Earhart then looked deep into Izuku's eyes and knew that those rumors were false. He let Izuku go. Earhart, sorry, kid. Guess I let false news get the better of me. Izuku, thanks. Izuku was about to leave, but Earhart, hold on, kid. Here, he gave Izuku a green cloak. Earhart, you won't make it very far dressed like that. Consider this a parting gift. Izuku, thanks. How much is it? Earhart, doesn't matter. You're broke. But let's call it a clearance sale and say 5 copper. Izuku, alright. Thank you, Earhart. He took the cloak and put it on. Izuku, I promise you I'll pay you back. He left. Earhart, I don't doubt that for even a second. Izuku had to march through the field on his own. Some monsters tried to sneak up on him, but danger sense went off and he killed them instantly. Later, Izuku, level 4, huh? More came around and he had to fend them off. Of course, it was pretty easy. He made his way back to the capital. Merchant, oh. Orange balloons, are they? Looks like 50 by my count. How does 1 copper sound for the entire lot? Izuku, mind explaining why the last guy got 1 for every 2 instead? Merchant, oh, I don't recall that. You must understand, I do have a business to run. Izuku, I'm very much aware of that. But that doesn't give you the right to rip off a single individual. Izuku, how about the real thing? He showed him 3 live orange balloons. Izuku, would these give me more money? Merchant, yikes. Izuku, I want you to listen. I don't like having to do this. I hate it very much. But everyone's actions have consequences. You and I are no different. So are we both gonna face the consequences of our actions? Or are you going to be fair? Merchant, okay. Okay. Fine. Izuku put away the balloons. Izuku, you made the right choice. He was given 25 copper. Izuku, one more thing, sir. I want you to spread the word around to all of the other merchants. Make sure you tell them that any trader who messes with me will have to deal with the consequences. Merchant, don't worry. I'll tell everybody. Izuku, thank you. Goodbye. He left. He then went to Earhart's place. Earhart, hey kid. Izuku, hey Earhart. Here, he gave Earhart 5 of his copper. Earhart, had a feeling you'd keep your word. You're a good kid, Izuku. Izuku smiled. Izuku, thanks. Now, I better be off. I have to prepare for the wave. He left. Earhart, kid's a natural at being a hero. The next day, Izuku was looking around in the forest and saw some leaves that he saw the day prior when he was on his way to Earhart's place. He placed one into his shield, and it unlocked a new shield for him. Izuku, new shields. So does that mean by mastering abilities, I get to keep them even after I upgrade to a new one? He held out his arm. Izuku, leaf shield. His shield's appearance changed to that of a leaf. Izuku, wow. He decided to pick some plants and thanks to his new shield, the quality increased. Izuku, this is incredible. He continued to gather as many plants as he could. He was able to sell them to a herbalist for a lot of cash. Later, Izuku was eating food, but he just couldn't taste anything after what he experienced. Itsuki, Izuku? Izuku turned to see Itsuki. Izuku, ah, Itsuki. How are you doing? Itsuki, honestly, I should be the one asking you that. He sat down beside Izuku. Itsuki, it's not fair that you had to go through all of that. Izuku, I'm aware. But as my homeroom teacher told me, life is full of unfairness. As heroes, it's our job to combat that unfairness. Itsuki, seems like a wise teacher. Izuku, more or less. He usually sleeps through class. Itsuki laughed a bit. Itsuki, sorry. Izuku, no need to apologize. It is pretty funny. They continued to eat their food. Izuku, hey, Itsuki? Itsuki, yeah? Izuku, I think I can trust you enough now. Itsuki, are you sure? Izuku nodded. Izuku, but if I'm going to tell you about my world, we need to go to a more private place. This is a secret I don't want anyone else finding out about. Itsuki, sounds good. They finished up their food and left to a quiet area. Itsuki, so are you sure you want to tell me everything? Izuku, I won't be telling you everything. Just basic stuff about my world. My biggest secret I have has been kept from even my own mother. Itsuki, Guess I can't blame you if it's that important. Izuku took a deep breath and told Itsuki about how his world works. Itsuki, wow. It like the opposite of my world. Izuku, what do you mean? Itsuki, my world also has powers. However, not nearly as many people have it. We call them Espa abilities. Those with them are heavily discriminated against. Izuku, I see. So you were discriminated against in your childhood too, huh? Itsuki, you were discriminated too? But aren't superpowers of the norm? Izuku, unfortunately, I was misdiagnosed as quirkless. My quirk didn't manifest until I was 15. So I was heavily discriminated against. Much like you, Itsuki, huh? Guess we have some things in common. Kind of ironic how if we were from each other's worlds, we would have fit right in. Izuku, heh. Yeah, Itsuki, so what do you plan on doing from here on out? Izuku, not sure. Hey, where's your party? Itsuki, well, after I defended you, they ditched me. Izuku, I'm sorry. Itsuki, you really shouldn't be apologizing for it when you did nothing wrong. Izuku, I guess you're right. I may have good abilities, but I might not be able to do things alone. Itsuki, I hear you, man. I wish we could team up, but you know how it is. Izuku, yeah? I do. We need to get party members. Loyal ones, Itsuki, yeah? But how? Looks like you could use some help. Izuku, huh? Itsuki, who said that? Over here. They look to see. Belukas, it's clear you two don't have any. What luck. I have exactly what you need. Itsuki, Izuku, do you think we can trust him to offer party members? Izuku, not sure. Belukas, party members? Oh no. What I'm offering you boys is a service I believe you'll find far more convenient. The two heroes looked at each other before looking back to Belukas. Izuku, and that would be? Belukas, interested, are we? Izuku narrowed his eyes. Belukas, you've got that look in your eyes that I just adore. You're every bit the man the rumors said you'd be. Itsuki, so you know who he is, huh? Belukas, of course I do, brave bow hero, sir. He is the brave shield hero. If my offer interests you, follow me and we can discuss it further. They looked at each other before nodding. Izuku, lead the way. He led them to a tent. Belukas, right this way. Izuku, so, what exactly are you offering us, sir? Belukas, can't you tell by just looking? They're slaves, boys. Izuku and Itsuki, slaves? Belukas, yes. I run a slave trading business. Itsuki, what the hell makes you think we want to own slaves? Belukas, oh, I don't know. The fact that they can neither lie nor betray their master? Itsuki, what? Izuku, how so? Belukas, we keep all our slaves in line by placing them under the effects of a curse. A strong, seal-based curse. If they misbehave, it can take their very lives. Izuku, hold on. Isn't slavery, Belukas, illegal, is what you were going to say, right? Well, sorry to disappoint you, M-boy, but slavery is perfectly legal around these parts. Itsuki, Izuku, what do we do? Izuku, well, maybe buying a slave would be a good idea. Itsuki, what? Izuku, hear me out, Itsuki. Even if they are our slaves, they'll only be suffering if we treat them badly. Would you treat them badly? Itsuki, of course not. Izuku, and I'm definitely not going to either. Don't you think it would be better if we bought a slave instead of leaving them to someone with a much worse behavior that will treat them like their own personal toys? Itsuki, you make a fair point, Izuku. All right. Show us what you've got. Belukas, I knew you boys had exactly what it takes to be a most wonderful patron. They kept on walking. Itsuki, some of them don't look human. Belukas, technically they still are. Izuku, what do you mean by that? Belukas, creatures that look mostly human but aren't, are what we refer to as demi-humans. They're mostly used as servants or for manual labor. Beastmen are demi-humans whose appearance lean more toward the animal side. They're often used as bodyguards or humbled on as participants in death matches. Itsuki, but they both fall under the same category? Belukas, indeed. And since this country practices human supremacy, and demi-humans are thought to be closer to monsters, life can be quite hard for them here. As such, they're treated as slaves. Then they heard coughing. Hey, hang in there. You're going to be okay. I promise. Izuku's eyes widened. Itsuki, Izuku? Are you okay? Izuku, that voice. He rushed over to where the coughing was. It was covered by a sheet. When Izuku lifted the sheet, he saw, but that's not all that surprised him. He also saw that with the little girl was Izuku, Ary, Rafalia. Itsuki, hold on. You know that girl? Izuku, Remember a few days ago when I told you about how I was searching for a 7-year-old girl? Itsuki, yeah, why? Wait. Are you telling me that that's her? Izuku nodded. Izuku, her name is Ary. Ary Papa? Who is that? Itsuki, did she just call you Papa? Izuku, hang on. Before you get the wrong idea, Ary is my adopted daughter. Okay? Adopted. Itsuki put his hand over his chest. Itsuki, oh, thank God. I got a little worried there. Wait, how did you adopt her? Izuku, to tell you that, Ary would have to give me permission to tell you about her traumatic experience. If she doesn't want that, I won't say anything. Itsuki, I understand. But Lucas, hold on. Did I hear right? She is your adopted daughter? Then that must mean she is from your world, am I correct? Izuku, why yeah. But Lucas, well, this is quite the conundrum. Itsuki, how so? But Lucas, well, if this girl is from the Shield Hero's world, I can't just pawn her off to anyone but him. And that's not even considering the fact that she's the Shield Hero's daughter. I may be a slave trader, but I'm not heartless. But there's a couple problems with that. The first being that this is a business. I need to make a living, and giving her away for free is bad for business. Itsuki, I hate to say it, but he has a point. Without money, he can't buy the things he needs to survive. But Lucas, and another problem. She and that Tanuki demi-human have become quite attached to each other. Separating them is a bad idea. Last time I tried, your daughter somehow gave me back a few years of my life. Itsuki, wait, what? Izuku, it's Ary's quirk, rewind. She stores up energy in the horn on her forehead, and when she releases it, she can rewind a living being back to a previous state. Itsuki, that is both incredible and dangerous. Izuku nodded. Izuku, hang on. If they shouldn't be separated, and you can't just give away a slave for free, what if you make a 2-for-1 deal? Belukas, a 2-for-1 deal? Izuku, yes. I buy the Tanuki demi-human and get Ary as a bonus. Belukas grinned. Belukas, I like the way you think, Shield Hero. The Tanuki girl hid behind Ary. Ary, it's going to be okay, Rafalia. He's a great guy. Rafalia, why you promise? Ary smiled. Ary, yeah? Izuku, she seems very traumatized. Belukas, ah, yes. Her previous owner loved his torture. Itsuki, that's horrible. Izuku, Itsuki, I have to save her. Not just physically, but mentally as well. Itsuki, huh? Izuku, being a hero is about more than just saving lives. A hero saves the hearts of others. And her heart is crying out for help right now. Itsuki, damn, Izuku. That's pretty deep. I never thought being a hero was so complicated. Izuku, that's why we have hero schools in my world. To teach us everything we need to know about becoming a hero. Anyways, Rafalia, was it? Rafalia nodded shakily. Izuku, you have nothing to worry about. Because I am here. Itsuki, cool line. Izuku, thanks. It belongs to my idol. Long story. Itsuki, I see. I suppose I should find one myself. What would you recommend, Izuku? Izuku shrugged. Izuku, I can't exactly help you with that. You should probably look around and find someone who suits your skills or something. We aren't able to buy off all the slaves. Itsuki, you're not wrong. But first, let's help out your kid and Rafalia. Izuku, right. Itsuki, hang on, aren't you technically enslaving your daughter? Izuku, trust me, Itsuki. I don't like this any more than you do. But if someone else were to make Ary their slave, it would be legal. And then I may never see her again. If I put a slave crest on her, she is legally under my protection. Itsuki, huh? Didn't think of it like that. Belukas, in order to get this underway, you will need to give up some of your blood. Ary, eep. Izuku, wait, do you mean my blood or theirs? Belukas, yours. Izuku, good. I'm not drawing blood from them. Itsuki, I'm guessing this has to do with her trauma, right? Izuku, yes. And so, Izuku drew some blood and Belukas got ready draw on the slave crest. Belukas, let's begin. Rafalia grabbed Ary's hand and squeezed it tightly. Ary, it's going to be okay, Rafalia. Rafalia, you promise? Special, I promise. Belukas drew a circle on their slave crest, and they started to feel the effects of it. Izuku, Ary. Rafalia, Itsuki, what's happening to them? Belukas, this is perfectly normal. The pain will disappear very soon. Those slave crests make it impossible for them to defy you, Shield Hero. Izuku, I see. Huh, Itsuki, what's up? Izuku, I'm getting the message that says. Said as companion, Itsuki, ah. Makes sense. Belukas, there you go, good sir. They're all yours. Izuku, thank you. Here, he paid Beluka's 30 silvers. Itsuki, hey guys. Take a look at this one. Izuku walked over to Itsuki and saw that he had found a little boy with panda ears. He looked pretty beaten up. Beluka's, you have a good eye, bow hero. This young lad came to me a few days ago when his no-good parents sold him for a little extra cash. Itsuki, that's just despicable. He kneeled down to the panda boy's level. Itsuki, hey, what's your name? Panda boy, it's Ainz. Itsuki, I see. Well, I'm Itsuki, the bow hero. And I'm going to help you. Ainz, why? Itsuki, let's just say that the shield hero has taught me some valuable lessons about what it means to be a hero. So I'll be your hero. Ainz, I thank you. Itsuki, thanks are unnecessary. It's my job to save as many people as I can in their hearts. After that, Itsuki made Ainz his slave and paid Belukas the money. They then left. Itsuki, so, guess this is where we part ways for now. Izuku, yeah? But we'll meet again someday. Itsuki, yeah? Let's train hard for the upcoming wave. Izuku nodded. Izuku, see you around, Itsuki. And so, they went their separate ways. The next day, Earhart, welcome. HM? Oh, it's you. HM? What's with the two little girls? Izuku, this is Rafalia and Ary. I bought them from a slave trader yesterday to help them. Earhart, HM. Sounds like something you'd do, kid. But the unicorn girl, Izuku, different. Earhart, Ary, she seems to be really attached to you. Why is that? Izuku explained to him that Ary is his adopted daughter. Earhart, kid, at this point, I'm not even surprised. So why are you here? Izuku, I'm hoping to give them weapons that they can use to defend themselves in case of an emergency. Earhart, kid. I'll see what I can do. Ary, thank you, Mr. Earhart. Earhart, kid, you're adorable. Ary giggled. They were given a couple of swords. Rafalia, I suppose you want us to help you fight monsters alongside you, right, master? Izuku, no. And you don't have to call me master. I can't risk putting you two in danger. You're only children. I only got those swords because I can't guarantee that I'll be able to help you all of the time. We'll have to train you girls to hold your own, but I'm not going to overdo it. Okay, Rafalia, okay, master, Izuku sighed. This was going to be an ordeal. Izuku, come on. Let's go. Ary, come on, Dad. Rafalia, wait up. They all left. Ary, Papa? How much money do you have left? Izuku, just 3 silvers. Ary, oh. Is that enough to get some food? Izuku, yeah. Hey, Rafalia, are you hungry as well? Rafalia, and no, master. Her stomach growled. Rafalia, eep. Izuku gave her a soft smile. Izuku, it's okay. Let's get you girls something to eat. He took them to a restaurant that doesn't allow demi-humans. Rafalia, you sir? Izuku, what's wrong? Rafalia, this place Izuku, if you're concerned about something, just tell me. I'm here for you. Rafalia, this place doesn't allow demi-humans. Izuku, wait, what? Rafalia nodded and shut her eyes, fearing what's to come. Izuku, well, they're going to feed you girls whether they like it or not. I'm not letting you girls go hungry. Rafalia, what? Ary grabbed Rafalia by the hand and dragged her inside. Inside, commotion about Izuku stirred. And about Rafalia and Ary as well. Izuku, excuse me, sir. Can you give us the cheapest lunch you have here? For the 3 of us. Waiter, sure. That'll be 9 copper. Izuku, alright. He paid the man. Rafalia, why, master? Izuku, why? What do you mean? Rafalia, why are you getting it for me as well? Ary, I understand, but why me? Izuku, I'm not just going to let you go hungry, Rafalia. Slave or not, you're a living being and should be treated as such. They were then delivered the food. Izuku, eat up, girls. Rafalia, is this food really for us? Ary, come on, Rafalia. Dig in. Rafalia hesitated. Izuku, hey. Rafalia, HM? Izuku, eat this. Rafalia and Ary bursted into laughter. Izuku, heh. I thought that would lighten the mood. After that, they started eating up. Ary, Thanks for buying this for us, Papa. Izuku smiled. Izuku, I'm just glad you two are eating up. Rafalia, you okay? Izuku, you shouldn't eat so fast. Rafalia, I'm not going to take it away from you. Here, he passed her some water. Izuku, drink this. Rafalia snorted before downing the water. Then going back to eating. Izuku, food tastes good? They nodded in response. Izuku, glad to hear. He started eating his food. Too bad he still couldn't taste a thing. The next day, Izuku, stay behind me, girls. They had encountered a bunch of balloon monsters. Rafalia, are you sure you don't want us to fight, Master? Izuku, if you don't want to fight, you don't have to. I'll take care of them. Rafalia, but Ary, don't worry. Papa's strong. Those meanies won't know what hit them. The balloons charged at Izuku. Izuku, Detroit Smash. The balloon monsters were obliterated with just a single punch. Rafalia, what the? Ary, that's one of Papa's many abilities. Super strength. She flexed her arm. Ary, cool, right? Rafalia, amazing. Later in the afternoon, they were sitting by a campfire eating. Rafalia, Master? Who are you? And what I mean is, who are you really? I already know you're Ary's father. Izuku, in my world, I'm just a hero student with a dream. Here in this world, I'm the shield hero. Rafalia, wait, do you mean the 4 cardinal heroes? Ary, is that why you have that shield stuck on your arm? Izuku, correct. Both of you. Rafalia, no way you're really the shield hero. Ary, why didn't you tell me your dad is the shield hero? Ary, I honestly didn't know. We were transported out of our world. I ended up in your cell. I guess Papa ended up in that Mina's castle with that shield stuck on his arm. Rafalia, please, Master. What do I call you? Izuku, Izuku Midoriya. Rafalia, Izuku Midoriya. She started to cough a lot. Izuku, here. Drink this medicine I made. It can apparently cure light colds like yours. Rafalia stared at it for a moment. Izuku, it's going to be alright, I promise. Rafalia nodded and took the medicine. Rafalia, bleh. It's so bitter. Izuku, I'm aware. Unfortunately, good medicine is supposed to taste bitter. Ary, I know how you feel, Rafalia, ah man. Later that night, Rafalia, no. Izuku, what the? Rafalia, they're dead. They're dead. Izuku rushed over to Rafalia, who was having a terrible nightmare about the first wave. Izuku, are you okay, Rafalia? Rafalia, father. Izuku hugged her tight. Rafalia, no. My mother. Izuku, it's okay. Everything is okay. I am here for you. He was able to calm Rafalia down, and she went back to sleep. The next day, Izuku got back from selling more herbs and learning that his medicine would pay more, and saw Rafalia and Ary were watching 2 kids playing with a ball. Izuku, girls? Would you like a ball too? Rafalia, no I don't. I'd never want a ball, not at all. Izuku, your tale says otherwise. And so, he bought Rafalia and Ary a ball. Izuku, you and Ary can have some fun with this once we have some free time. I'd rather you two don't wander far from me, just in case. Rafalia, of course. Ary, thank you, Papa. Izuku smiled. As the next few days passed, all 3 companions got along very well, building bonds with each other quite easily. However, Rafalia felt undeserving of such kindness. The shield hero was doing everything he can to help her, and yet here she is doing nothing to return the favor. Sure, she was training a bit with a sword alongside Ary, but she's too scared to see the blood of another being, and the shield hero is just fighting the battles solo instead of them fighting together as a team. Rafalia, I'm just dead weight. In the village of Loot. Izuku, hey, how much for all of this equipment? Merchant, I'd say about 2 silvers, give or take a copper. Izuku, I see. Hey, do you know of any spots nearby where you can earn a lot of money quick? Merchant, Now that you mention it, the ore coming out of the mines outside the walls ought to fetch a decent amount. But, Izuku, merchant, the problem is, ever since the first wave came, it's become home to a bunch of dangerous monsters. These days, nobody wants to go anywhere near that place. Izuku, I see. Merchant, I don't know what our summoned sword and spear heroes are doing, but if you asked me, it isn't much. Izuku, someone's got to put a stop to all those monsters. And it's gonna be me. Later near the mines. Izuku, alright. Before we go in, let me check out this new skill. Airstrike Shield. Ary, wow. Izuku, this should prove to be useful. Now, are you 2 sure you want to come with me? This could be dangerous. The 2 girls nodded and entered the mines. Izuku, remember, girls. If there are monsters, stay behind me. I'll keep you safe. Rafalia, okay. Ary, sure thing, Papa. They continued walking. Rafalia, excuse me? Izuku, yeah? Rafalia, I was just wondering about how should I address you? Izuku, I don't really mind what you call me. It's up to you. Rafalia, alright then. They ended up in the place where the gems are. Izuku, since we're here, we might as well get some of the gems here. He started mining at the gems. Rafalia, Ary, what's wrong? Rafalia pointed to some footprints. Ary, footprints. She turned to see that Rafalia had a look of fear in her eyes. Ary, Papa. Something's wrong with Raf. Izuku, what's going? Izuku rushed right in front of them. A two-headed dog beast showed up before them. Rafalia and the beast charged at them. Izuku, Delaware Smash Air Force. He hit them in the faces and sent them back. Rafalia, dog monster, it killed all the villagers. Even my mother and father. Izuku, is this monster the reason why you cry every single night? Rafalia, sort of. It's not the same monster. But it still brings back memories. Izuku, then I'll kill that monster here and now. So that you can rest easy. On top of that, I'll make sure that the tragedy you went through will not happen to anyone else. He charged at the beast and it tried to attack him. But he blocked it with his shield with ease. But the beast bit into his shoulder. Izuku, even with my incredible defense, I can still feel the pain. Ary, Dad. Rafalia, no. Master. Izuku, it's going to be okay. Fifth Black Whip. He wrapped Black Whip around the monster and threw it aside. He then held his shoulder in pain. Izuku, damn it. If I use FA Gene, this cave could collapse with us in it. I can't risk that. Then, the two-headed dog monster tried to bite down on Izuku with both heads. But Izuku was trying to hold it back with his arms, trying his best to ignore the pain. Rafalia, no master. She remembers the tragedy that struck her in the first wave. Izuku, I can't let them live their lives in fear. I won't die. He was starting to weaken a bit, but Izuku wasn't going to let up. And then, Rafalia's body moved on its own. Ary, Rafalia rushed in and stabbed the monster with her sword but was thrown off to the side. The monster charged at her. Izuku, Air Strike Shield. He was able to protect Rafalia with his Air Strike Shield. Izuku, now's your chance. She thrusted her sword into the monster's chest and killed it. Izuku, Rafalia, I'm sorry, master. Izuku pat her on the head. Izuku, sorry? You totally saved me. There's no need for apology. Rafalia shook her head. Rafalia, I didn't mean to. My body just moved on its own. Izuku, really? What if I told you that same thing happened to me not once, but twice? Rafalia, really? Izuku nodded. Izuku, my idol told me that most of the greatest heroes have that thing in common. Their bodies move before they have a chance to think. And it looks like that happened to you. Rafalia, do you really mean that? Izuku, I do. Ary, you were amazing, Rafalia hugged Izuku tightly while crying. Izuku, oh wow. Careful, Rafalia, promise me you won't ever die. Don't leave me, Master Izuku, please. Izuku, don't worry. I'm not going anywhere. I promise. Rafalia was going to be a valuable ally. The first wave. Izuku had woken up. Izuku, the wave is almost here. We're gonna need new equipment. He heard someone yawn, and he lifted his covers to see. Good morning. Izuku, who are you? Master Izuku, it's me. Rafalia. Izuku, Wait. How did you go from a little kid to a beautiful lady? He clamped his mouth shut, and Rafalia's face turned red. Rafalia, if you must know, as demi-humans level up, we grow older. Last night, I took the liberty of hunting down monsters on my own to level us up. Izuku, wait, are you okay? You didn't get hurt, did you? Rafalia, I'm perfectly fine, Master Izuku. Though I do admit, I like being called beautiful by you. So, what are we going to do today, Master Izuku? Izuku, we need new equipment. The wave is coming up soon and we got to get ourselves very well equipped. Rafalia, alright. I'll go wake Ary up. She then woke Ary up, who was surprised by Rafalia's sudden change. Later at Earhart's shop. Earhart, wow, I hardly recognize you. You've turned into a pretty little lady. Izuku, it certainly was quite the surprise to me. Ary, me too. Earhart, it's been a while since I last saw you. What have you been up to? Rafalia, I learned correct table manners from the innkeeper. I want to eat my food properly, like Master Izuku does. Earhart, is that so, huh? You have really grown up. Nothing like the pipsqueak you used to be. Rafalia, thanks. Well, Master Izuku, let's get you some armor. Izuku, wait, we need to get you 2 equipment. Not me. Rafalia, I appreciate the thought, Master Izuku, but it's time you protected yourself first. You got seriously hurt last week, or did you forget that? Izuku, I didn't forget that. But you need a weapon as we. Rafalia, Master Izuku. You need to think about yourself for once. She took a sword. Rafalia, boss, this sword seems really sharp. Earhart, yep, that's magic iron. I feel like trying it out. Rafalia, what kind of discount can you give us? Earhart, Oh, don't worry about that, miss. Anything for you, Rafalia, thank you so much. While we're at it, could you show us some armor too? Earhart, of course. Izuku, she really has grown. Rafalia, the most we can pay is around 180 silvers. Earhart, well, in that case. He looks over to a knight armor. Earhart, how about something like this? Izuku, I don't know. A knight outfit isn't really my style. Rafalia, yeah? It'll take away all of Master Izuku's individuality. Earhart, no problem. I can whip up something special that's made to order. Ary, made up special? Earhart, if you don't mind me using whatever materials I've got on hand, I can finish by tomorrow. Ary, please do. Earhart, so it shall be. Later at the restaurant. Rafalia, wasn't it nice of him to give us a discount on this sword? Izuku, yeah? He's a good guy. Izuku's stomach growled. Rafalia, that wasn't me, I swear it. Izuku, I know. It was me. Waiter, are you ready to order? Izuku, yeah? I'll have the cheapest lunch set you have. What about you two? Rafalia, I'll have the same thing. Ary, kids' meal. Waiter, right away. They had their food and then went to bed. The next day. Izuku, I'm not so sure about this. Ary, it looks so cool. Rafalia, you look amazing. Earhart, I call it barbarian armor. You rock, kid. You look like a real bandit. Izuku, aren't I supposed to be a hero? Rafalia, it looks so dashing on you. Izuku blushed at the compliment. Izuku, thanks Rafalia. Well, Earhart, you did go out of your way to make this for me. It would be rude of me to not wear it. Then they saw some guards on horses going by. Everyone was watching it play out. Ary, why is the town so paranoid? Izuku, it's because the wave is almost here. Now if only I knew when and where the wave was gonna begin. Then come up with a plan. Earhart, you mean nobody's told you about the clock? The trio tilted their heads in confusion. Earhart, you know that church you can see from the town square? There's a huge hourglass inside. When the last grain of sand inside it falls, the heroes and their parties will be sent to wherever the wave begins. Least that's what I hear. Izuku, that's convenient. They traveled over to the church and made their way to the hourglass. Izuku, whoa. Ary, what is that? Izuku, this must be the dragon hourglass that the king was talking about. The gem on his shield glowed brightly and sent a beam of light at the hourglass. He could then see a countdown in his vision. Izuku, guys, I can see the countdown to the next wave. Ary, how long do we? Moto Yasu, is that Izuku I see? He turned to see Moto Yasu and his party. Izuku, oh. It's you. Ary hid behind Izuku's leg. Moto Yasu, what's this? You're not still fighting with that flimsy equipment, are you? Rafalia, do you know who these people are, Master Izuku? Izuku, no one we need to worry about. Let's go. They started to walk away. Mine, hey. Sir Moto Yasu is talking to you, Izuku. He stopped to see Rin and Itsuki. Itsuki, oh. Hey. Izuku. It's been a while. How've you been? Izuku smiled. Izuku, I've been doing well. Thanks. How's Ainz doing? Itsuki. He's doing very well actually. He's a great assistance. While I handle the long-range attacks, he helps out with close combat. We're a pretty good team. Izuku, that's great to hear. Moto Yasu, hi there. Izuku turned to see Moto Yasu talking to Rafalia. Moto Yasu, I'm Moto Yasu Kitamura, the spear hero. Nice to meet you. Rafalia, you're a hero? Moto Yasu, wow, you're cute. Mine, why are you praising a demi-human, Sir Moto Yasu? Izuku, is there something wrong with demi-humans? They ignored him. Moto Yasu, a girl as adorable as you shouldn't have to wield a sword. Allow me to protect you from now on. Rafalia pulled her hand away from him. Rafalia, it's my sworn duty to fight side by side with Master Izuku. Moto Yasu, what? But if you stay with him, you'll be in. Izuku, she made her choice, Moto Yasu. She has as much right to choose what she wants to do as anyone else. Rafalia walked over to Izuku. Ary, let's go, Raf. Rafalia nodded and they continued to leave. Itsuki, see you round, bud. Izuku, yeah? See you round. Izuku, Ary, and Rafalia left. Later that night, Rafalia, Master Izuku? Why is it that you get along well with the bow hero, but not the spear and sword hero? Izuku, I was accused of raping mine the day after first coming here and Itsuki was the only one of them who stood up for me. Our first impressions weren't great, and I lost my trust in them almost immediately. But Itsuki was able to regain my trust in him. The other two, however, have not. And I doubt they ever will. Ary, what does grape even mean? Izuku, You are far too young to know. Ary, okay, Papa. Izuku, we better turn in for the night. Now that we know when the wave hits, we have to train harder. So let's get some good rest. We have a big day tomorrow. The two girls nodded and went to sleep. The next day in a village, Rafalia, Master Izuku? Izuku, is something wrong? Rafalia shook her head. Rafalia, I just wanted to say that I'm truly grateful and honored to have met you. You gave me medicines and cured my illness. You allowed me to have warm meals. And thanks to you, I know what it's like to truly live. You gave me a reason to survive and to fight. To fight the waves. I swear to be your sword forever. Wherever you go, I'll be there with you. Izuku, thanks, Rafalia. It means a lot to me. So are you ready? Rafalia nodded with a determined look in her eyes. And then the sky turned red. Ary, that looks scary. The team started to glow a bright glow, and were transported to Loot Village. Ary, what is that? She points at Izuku. That must be the wave of catastrophe. Monsters were coming out of those strange portals. They then noticed the other three heroes. Izuku, it's them. Ary, let's go. Izuku, hold on. Danger sense is going off towards the village of Loot. Rafalia, what does that mean? Izuku, it means that not everyone has been evacuated and they're in danger. A flare was shot off. Izuku, we have to get to Loot Village. ASAP, Rafalia, but it's so far away. Can we even make it in time? Izuku, yes. We can. Rafalia, Master Izuku? What are you doing? Rafalia, Izuku, this is another one of my powers. Fa Gene. Rafalia, what does it do? Izuku, by repeating a motion over and over, I can temporarily store kinetic energy to be released later. I want you and Ary to hang on to me as tight as you can. Rafalia and Ary nodded and clung on to him. Blackwhip then came out of his back and wrapped around the two girls. And then he blasted off. Izuku, full 100%. Meanwhile, Villager 1, no! Please! A zombie was right in front of him and was about to kill him, but Izuku, SMASSH! He kicked the zombie's head clean off. Izuku, have no fear. Hope has arrived. Because we are here. Izuku gave a bright smile and released Rafalia and Ary from his hold. Rafalia, I think I'm gonna be sick. Izuku, sorry, Rafalia. Can you still fight? Rafalia, yeah. Izuku, good. I suggest you go and help the villagers evacuate. I can't unleash the full extent of my power in an enclosed space. And with all of the villagers still here, I have to hold back to avoid getting caught in the crossfire. Rafalia nodded. Ary, what about me? Izuku, you go with Rafalia and heal any of the villagers that might need it. I trust in Rafalia's ability to protect you. Ary, alright. Let's go, Raf. Rafalia nodded and they rushed off. Izuku, if I'm going to take down these monsters, I need to gather them all in one place and unleash an attack that will defeat them all. I'm gonna have to be bait. His danger sense went off and he rushed to see some villagers being surrounded by a bunch of monsters. Izuku, HEY. Over here, you monsters. Villager 1, hey. It's one of the heroes. Villager 2, the shield hero is here. He'll save us. Izuku, 5% Detroit Smash. He punched the zombie's head and it almost fell off. Izuku, listen, everyone. I'll keep these zombies busy. You all have to run. He started to run and the zombies started to follow after him. He saw another villager was about to be killed, but with a flick of his fingers, he blew the zombie's head off. Izuku, run. Now, he noticed a mother and her daughter hugging each other as wasp monsters were trying to kill them. Izuku, shield prison. They were wrapped up in. The wasp monsters then followed after Izuku. Izuku, there seems to be too many of them. If I use one for all, I'll end up losing them instead of drawing them out. There's got to be a way to get them all together. Wait, I know. Izuku charged at all of the monsters and let them pile on him. Izuku, just as planned. Oklahoma Smash. Meanwhile, Itsuki and Ainz had noticed the aftershock of the attack. Ainz, what the heck was that? Itsuki, my guess? Must be Izuku. Ainz, the shield hero? Itsuki, yup. No idea what his power really is, but it must be one hell of a power. Back with Izuku, all of those monsters were dead. But the fight was far from finished. Izuku's danger sense went off again. He rushed to find a couple of adventurers were cornered by a bunch of wasp monsters. Adventurer 1, get away! Izuku, Black Whip! He stabbed all of the monsters with Black Whip and killed them. Izuku, are you okay? Adventurer 2, we are now, thanks to you. Villager 3, Sir Hero. Izuku, huh? What are you doing? You need to run. Villager 3, we all changed our minds and came back after seeing how courageously you're fighting. Loot is our home. It's all we have. We can't just run away and abandon it. We decided we'll fight with you. Izuku, alright. I suppose I could use some helping hands. Think you can help me keep the enemy pinned down until we can finish the evacuation? The villager nodded. Then, Izuku's danger sense went off and he looked to see a giant monster ready to kill the villager. Luckily, Izuku blocked the attack with his shield. Villager 4, die monster! He stabbed the monster with his pitchfork, but it did nothing to the zombie. The zombie was about to bring its fist down on the villager. Izuku, Detroit Smash. He punched the monster and sent it back a bit. Izuku, I'll take care of this one. Villager 5, Sir Hero. Izuku, I'm sorry. But you have to think about your families. You have no reason to die here. Rafalia, Master Izuku. Izuku, Rafalia. Rafalia came rushing to her master's side. Izuku, good timing. Izuku jumped to the monster's head. Izuku, Wyoming Smash. The monster was slammed deep underground. Izuku, finish it off. Rafalia. Rafalia sent out a series of slashes at the monster and killed it. Izuku, great job. Villager 3, that was amazing. Rafalia, hurry up and evacuate. We'll take care of the rest. Villager 4, all right. But both of you, be careful. The villagers began to evacuate. Izuku, it doesn't seem like their numbers are diminishing. Then, they saw that a bunch of fire arrows were shot over the walls. Izuku, look out! He protected Rafalia from the shower of fireballs that came down upon them using his shield. Unfortunately, the village became absolutely trashed. Captain, ha ha ha! We burned them all to death in a single strike. HM? The shield hero? You're pretty tough. Izuku grit his teeth. Izuku, they didn't even care that we were caught in the crossfire. Rafalia, those stupid. They stood up. Rafalia, did you know Master Izuku was here? Answer me, Captain, what's this? Are you with the shield hero? Rafalia, I am Master Izuku's sword. She pointed her sword at them. Rafalia, respect him or die. Captain, damn demi-human. How dare you point your blade at the royal knights? Rafalia, what kind of knight neglects the people he's meant to defend? Izuku, Rafalia. I'm mad too. But these are the kinds of people who won't listen to a word we say. Rafalia, but, Izuku, I understand how you feel. Really, I do. But what can we do about them? If we attack them, we'll be no better than them. We'll let them go for now. But they'll get their comeuppance one day. Rafalia nodded. Captain, just stay out of our way. That way, we won't be forced to make any mistakes. Izuku, I could. But then the zombies that are right behind you would eat you all. They looked behind to see a bunch of monsters there. Captain, hold your ground and get into formation. The biggest zombie tried to crush him with its fist, but Izuku protected him with his shield. Izuku now, Rafalia. Rafalia, right. She jumped onto the zombie's arm and split its head in half, destroying it. Izuku, listen up. We're gonna buy you time. Use it to get into formation. Rafalia. Go, Rafalia, alright. She ran towards the horde of monsters. She killed one zombie. Then Izuku blocked another one with a sword before punching its head off with an 8% smash. Rafalia then killed another zombie. Then dodged another one with a spear. Izuku then jumped up to a giant zombie. Izuku, Manchester Smash. Yeah, the zombie was as good as destroyed. Captain, let the shield handle this. We'll offer reinforcement to the three heroes. The captain and two of his men started to go, but Deputy Captain, phalanx formation to support the shield hero. Knights, phalanx formation. Deputy Captain, to battle. The remaining knights charged into battle to help Izuku and Rafalia. Rafalia, Master Izuku, look at the knights. Captain's idiots. Forget him, let's go. Meanwhile, Itsuki, wind arrow. He shot a wind-powered arrow at a giant lion monster. Ren, crimson blade. He slashed the monster with his sword, which was glowing orange. Moto Yasu, I'll end this. His spear was now sparking with electricity. Moto Yasu, take this. Lightning spear. He thrusted his spear into the monster and killed it. Back with Izuku. Rafalia, Master Izuku, the sky. The sky had gone back to normal. Back with Itsuki, Ren, and Moto Yasu. Moto Yasu, a walk in the park. Ren, this wave was a piece of cake. Ainz, I wonder where the shield hero is. Itsuki, considering the shockwave that took place, my guess is that he was at Loot Village protecting them. Mine, I'm glad he wasn't here. he would have held us back. Itsuki, yeah, right? We would probably be the ones holding him back. Captain, heroes. Job well done. Ran the knights, huh? Moto Yasu, isn't it a bit late to show up? Captain, now, don't be that way. His Highness has rewards for each one of you. So shall we go? Itsuki, you two go on ahead. Ainz and I will check on the village and see if we can help out. Ainz, right. The duo left to loot village. Itsuki, Izuku. Izuku, oh. Itsuki. How did things go? Itsuki, pretty well. You, Izuku, it could have been better. But the captain of the knights caused a lot of damage here. Itsuki, I can see that. Rafalia, Master Izuku. There aren't any more monsters here. I killed them all. Izuku, great job. Are you okay? Rafalia, I guess. But did we win? Izuku, I guess. But it's not much of a victory since all this damage was done. Itsuki, I'm sorry. Izuku's, if I was only there, maybe I could have stopped the captain from firing off such a reckless attack. Izuku, you don't have to apologize. You and Ainz had a fight of your own to deal with. Village leader, Sir Hero. Izuku turned to see the village leader bowing to him. Village leader, thank you very much. Please accept our gratitude. There's no way we could have survived without your help and courage. Izuku, it was nothing. Really, Villager 1, no, if you hadn't been here, we would never have been able to push those monsters back all on our own. Villager 2, we'll never forget what you've done for us. Izuku smiled. Izuku, your safety is more than enough of a reward for me. The villagers then went on their way. Rafalia, they looked truly grateful. Well, one thing's for sure at least. We did save some kids from going through what I did. Izuku, you're right. Rafalia, Master Izuku. I killed so many monsters. Izuku walked towards her and hugged her as she started to cry. Izuku, don't worry. I'm here for you. Rafalia stopped crying. Itsuki, whispering to Ainz, so, you shipped them together, right? Ainz, whispering to Itsuki, big time. Should we play Cupid? Itsuki, whispering to Ainz, nah. We'll let Ary do that. Izuku and Rafalia separated. Izuku, let's go get Ary and turn in for the night. Rafalia nodded. Itsuki, hey Izuku? Izuku, yeah? Itsuki, there's going to be a celebration party at the castle tonight. For defeating the wave, do you plan on coming? Izuku sighed in defeat. Izuku, I get the feeling that if I say no, Rafalia is gonna force me to come. Rafalia, yep. Izuku, guess I've got no choice. Rafalia, so it's decided. Izuku sighed. Itsuki, I'll see you there, Izuku. Izuku smiled. Izuku, see you soon, Itsuki. With that, Izuku and Rafalia went to get Ary. Izuku Midoriya vs. Moto Yasu Kitamura. All cray, thanks to our heroes, the battle was splendidly won. And tonight, we celebrate. Enjoy yourselves to the fullest, the guests cheered. Itsuki, so Izuku. How do you make that giant shockwave? Izuku, it's from one of my powers. Itsuki, one of? So the people from your world can have more than one. Izuku, usually no. But there are a few exceptions. But I can't explain the reasoning behind it. Itsuki, you've got one hell of a secret, Izuku. Just how powerful are you? Izuku, I'd say I'm pretty powerful, but I can't exactly use 100% of my power yet. Itsuki, why not? Izuku, my body isn't ready for that much power yet. If I use it at 100%, I'll break my bones. Itsuki, that's disturbing. Izuku, tell me about it. Take a look. He showed Itsuki his scarred hand. Itsuki, those are some nasty scars. Izuku, yeah? I've broken my bones so many times that I put strain on my ligaments. So I switched things up and began to use my legs. Itsuki, you didn't think about that from the start? Izuku, funnily enough, no. It took some help from my friends back in my world to realize that I can use my legs. Itsuki, hey, is there a quirk like my Esper ability? Izuku, that depends. What's your Esper ability? Itsuki, it's called accuracy. Any ranged shot of a device or weapon I fire will always hit my target so long as it's not blocked. Izuku, yes actually. He brings out a notebook of his. Itsuki, whoa. Where did that come from? Izuku, huh? I always keep a spare on me. Itsuki sweat dropped. Izuku, anyways, here. He showed him his entry on Snipe. Itsuki, who's that? Izuku, Pro Hero Snipe. Quirk, homing. It allows the user to lock on to any target that they can see within 600 meters of themselves and make any projectile they release chase after said target. Itsuki, wow. That sounds just like my accuracy Esper ability. Izuku, yeah, but Snipe can't choose what part of the target's body the projectile hits. and the attacks don't carry much strength. Itsuki man? You really know your stuff. Izuku, yeah? Most of my life, I analyzed quirks and learned everything about them. Itsuki, must be a lot of quirks to fit in this single book. Izuku, what were you talking about? That's only volume 4 out of 17. Itsuki's eyes widened. Itsuki, I'm sorry, how many? Izuku, quirks are just incredible and I love learning everything I can about them. Itsuki, damn dude. You're like some kind of genius. Izuku rubbed his head shyly. Rafalia, Master Izuku. The food here really looks amazing. Are you sure you don't want something to eat? Izuku, no thanks. I'm not hungry. Ary, yeah? Izuku, sorry Ary. But I'm not going to eat just for the sake of eating. Rafalia left, and came back with a pie. Rafalia, come on, Master Izuku. How about you try a little for me, huh? Izuku, and no thanks. Rafalia brought some of it in front of his mouth. Rafalia, it's really good, I promise. Izuku, Itsuki, help. Itsuki, she is so in love with him. No can do, pal. Moto Yasu took off his glove. Moto Yasu Izuku. He threw his glove at him. Moto Yasu, time to fight. I've heard that you've made those 2 girls your slaves. And that they obey your every command. Izuku, I wouldn't say every command. Why do you care about what I do? Moto Yasu, watch your tone. Izuku rolled his eyes. Izuku, yeah, they are my slaves. Moto Yasu, you listen up. You can't be saying it's okay to enslave others. Izuku, you really think I like enslaving them? I hate it far more than you do. But slavery is legal here for some stupid reason. Whether we like it or not, that's the reality. If it wasn't me, it was going to be someone else, Moto Yasu. But we're heroes in this world. We shouldn't behave that way and you know it. Izuku, true. But I'd rather they be my slaves as opposed to someone who would abuse them. Moto Yasu growled and pointed his spear at Izuku. Moto Yasu, let's do this. And if I win, you're gonna set Rafalia free. Izuku, and if I win? Moto Yasu, that won't happen. But if it does, things will stay the same. Izuku, you're kidding, right? You actually expect me to accept such a stupid agreement when there is no benefit for me even if I win? Forget it. Izuku got up. Izuku, I knew it would be a bad idea to come here. I think we should take our leave, Rafalia. Ary, but before they could leave, Alcray, it has been brought to my attention that you, a hero, have been using a demi-human as your slave to fight for you. Izuku, more like it was her suggestion, but you won't listen to me, will you? Alcray, you violated our customs and that is reprehensible. Izuku, yep. He won't listen. Alcray, I order you. Accept the challenge. Rafalia, hold on. I'm with Master Izuku over my own free will and… A guard grabbed her and covered her mouth. Ary, hey! Leave Rafalia. Another guard came and did the same for her. Izuku, leave them alone. Alcray, heed my order, or I shall take them from you by force. Moto Yasu, there is no way that you're getting out of this, you coward. Izuku, tch, fine. I accept your stupid challenge. And don't get your hopes up, Moto Yasu. You seem to be completely sure of your victory just because you wield a spear and I wield a shield. But you won't win against me. That I promise. Mine. And how exactly will you win without Rafalia, shield hero? Izuku, I tell you. But it would be foolish to reveal my strategy. Later at the arena, Minister, the duel between the spear hero and the shield hero will now begin. This duel will end only when one of the combatants is either pinned, or admits that he has been defeated. The doors opened and Izuku and Moto Yasu walked to the center of the arena. Minister, this duel will take place in the presence of King Melromark and the Pope, and it is thus legitimate and official. And do you think the shield hero will win? Itsuki, I'm sure of it. Honestly, I can't wait to see how Izuku beats Moto Yasu. Ren, do you really think he can win with just a shield? Itsuki and Ainz chuckled to themselves. Itsuki, I very much do. Because he's able to do more than just use a shield. Moto Yasu, remember the folktale about the irresistible spear and the immovable shield? Izuku, be a man and admit defeat. Izuku laughed. Moto Yasu, huh? Izuku, oh man. If only Kirishima were here to call you out. Moto Yasu, who is Kirishima? Izuku, why would I tell you that? Moto Yasu, tch. Minister, ready, begin. Moto Yasu charged at Izuku, but he blocked his spear with ease. Moto Yasu, not too bad. I guess the shield hero has a few moves. Izuku, I have more moves than you. So in this folktale battle between a spear and a shield, did you know that the winner of the fight was actually the shield? It was unable to pierce the shield. He parried Moto Yasu's spear and sent him back a bit. Moto Yasu, Chaos Spear! He thrusted his spear in rapid succession, but Izuku was able to block it with relative ease. Izuku, impressive. But I know someone who could be much faster with just punches. Izuku ran towards Moto Yasu and punched him in the stomach with his shield. Ainz, are you sure he has? Itsuki, sure. Let's not spoil anything. And I get the feeling he's holding back to make things fair. Rin, you seem to put a lot of faith in the shield hero despite him having slaves. Itsuki, dude. I have a slave too. Ren, what? Ainz, yup. I'm his slave. And I'm glad to be his slave. He's like a brother to me. Ren, like a brother? Itsuki, you know, just because Izuku is the shield hero doesn't mean he's not a human like you and me. He's actually taught me some valuable lessons about being a true hero. Ren stayed silent. Mine, he's trying to strike using the shield? That'll never. Then she noticed that Moto Yasu had flinched in pain. Moto Yasu, ow. What? Izuku surprised? Even I can be strong. Moto Yasu, damn you. He thrusted his spear at Izuku, but he blocked it with the shield that he obtained by feeding his shield the dog monster's remains. The dog heads on the shield came at Moto Yasu to bite him. Izuku, air strike shield. Izuku, just because I have a defensive attack doesn't mean I can't use it for offense. Moto Yasu, I won't surrender. Izuku, fine then. Let's. The danger sense went off and Izuku jumped back to avoid a blast of wind magic shot by Mine. Mine, what? Izuku glared at Mine. Izuku, you know I wanted to keep things fair. Moto Yasu, what are you even? Izuku, man, glad my homeroom teacher isn't here. He'd be disappointed in me. Mine, you little. Izuku, guess I'll have to go all out, now. Izuku, one for all full cowling. Moto Yasu, what the hell? Izuku, I'll give you one chance. Surrender now. Or else. Moto Yasu clenched his spear in anger. Moto Yasu, you think some pretty lights will make me scared of you? Think again. He was about to rush at Izuku, but he got right in front of Moto Yasu and punched him in the gut. Hard. This sent him flying back. Mine, Sir Moto Yasu. Moto Yasu got up in pain. Moto Yasu, what the hell? How did you get so strong in just a split second? You asshole. This isn't fair. Izuku, oh, and you think natural disasters are? Moto Yasu, huh? Izuku, or the monsters that don't hesitate in killing everyone and everything in sight? HM? Or catastrophic accidents that wipe out whole cities? No, the world is full of unfairness. It's a hero's job to combat that unfairness. Was it fair that I was forced into this fight? No. You've put a lot of unfairness on me, but you don't see me throwing in the towel, do you? No. Because I have to adapt and combat the unfairness that you put on me. If you find me going all out unfair, then you're going to have to combat the unfairness that I just put on you. Moto Yasu grit his teeth. Rin, that sounded pretty wise. Itsuki, from what Izuku told me, he learned this lesson from his homeroom teacher back in his world. Ren, what is his world like? Itsuki, I'd tell you, but Izuku put a lot of trust in me to not spill the beans about what his world is like. He doesn't trust you with the info about his world. And I'm not breaking his trust again. You want to know about his world, you're gonna have to earn his trust. Ren HM. Moto Yasu, damn you. He charged at Izuku and thrusted his spear many times, but he never came even close to hitting Izuku. Moto Yasu, I won't lose. Izuku, Delaware Smash Air Force. He shot a blast of wind pressure at Moto Yasu's back and hit him. Moto Yasu, GH, Ainz, whoa. He can harness wind pressure. Itsuki, so much for the shield hero being weak. Moto Yasu, Lightning Spear. He thrusted his lightning-empowered spear at Izuku, but he dodged it with ease. Moto Yasu, damn it. Stay still and fight. Izuku, here's the thing, Moto Yasu. During this fight, I have been analyzing your attack patterns. Moto Yasu thrusted his spear at Izuku, but he ducked under it. Izuku, you thrust, and thrust, and thrust. That's it. He punched Moto Yasu in the gut and sent him flying into a wall. He was able to get out, but he was barely able to stand. Izuku, you have no backup plan in case your opponent is able to dodge your thrusts. Moto Yasu, you. Izuku, people often say that a shield can't do much, but the way I see it, it has more uses than a spear. It does more than just attack. Moto Yasu, shut up already. He thrusted his spear at Izuku again, but he dodged it and got behind him. Izuku, then I guess we better end this. Moto Yasu turned around, but he was too late. Izuku, St. Louis Smash. He kicked Moto Yasu in the head and sent him into the wall, knocking him out. Mine, Sir Moto Yasu. She rushed over to Moto Yasu. Mine, you cheated. He cheated everyone, and of course, all Cray believed her. All Cray, the shield hero has cheated in this match. He shall have forfeited this match. Itsuki clenched his fist and grit his teeth. Itsuki, damn bastard. Ren, this isn't fair. Itsuki, huh? Ren, mine clearly cheated this match. Izuku was just fighting back properly. Itsuki, I know. Mine walked up to Izuku. Mine, too bad, shield hero. You must be so upset about your loss. Izuku, mine HM? Come on, say something. Izuku, did you really think I didn't see this coming? Mine, huh? Izuku, you think you have the world wrapped in your fingers. You believe your actions have no consequences. Well, whatever. You're not the first person I met to think that way. Far from it. I already knew from the start that your father was going to declare me the loser either way. Even if I didn't use my unique power, he took 2 steps forward. Not bothering to look at mine. Izuku, this whole duel was just a setup to bring me down. Mine, what? Izuku, cut the lies. I'm not an idiot. I've met a lot of bad people back in my world. But in both worlds, you are the absolute worst. You think that Rafalia and Ary will leave me just like that? Mine, well, why would they stay with someone like you? Izuku, why should I tell you the reason? Mine, because I am. Izuku, Princess Malty. Do you really think I care about that? You could be the ruler of the world and I still wouldn't care. I care about those who are good people. Not those who are in a high position. I just have one question. Why? Mine, why what? Izuku, why do you enjoy making people suffer? And why specifically me? Is it because I'm the shield hero? Mine opened her mouth to speak, but Izuku, actually. Don't bother answering. Then, a slap was heard. Izuku looked to see Rafalia had slapped Moto Yasu. Rafalia, you're a liar and a cheat. Mine, don't. Sir Moto Yasu set you free, Rafalia. Ary and I never even asked for anyone to free us. We were with him by choice, Moto Yasu, but wait a second. I thought he was abusing you and that he was treating you badly. Ary, you know nothing about him, Rafalia. He never abused us and he never made us do anything we couldn't do. He never activated the curse. Not even once. Even when I was too scared to learn how to fight, Moto Yasu. Nobody should be forced into a fight. Ary, then why did you force him into a fight, Moto Yasu? He'll put you in danger every time. Ary, excuse me? Really? Then explain why I'm here now, Moto Yasu, huh? Ary, tch. I am his daughter from his world. Moto Yasu turned to Izuku. Moto Yasu, you enslaved your own daughter? Wait, back up, you have a daughter? How? Rafalia, you listen here. We work as a team and he always lets me rest when I'm tired. Moto Yasu, no way. He just isn't that kind of guy. Ary, did you just say he's not that kind of guy? Really? That's what you think. He saved me when I was being experimented on. Everyone went silent as tears streamed from Ary's eyes. Ary, this evil man would experiment on me. Cut me up. Take my blood. And use it to create bullets. But my papa, he's the one who saved me. He never put US in danger because he protects US. That's probably why he's the shield hero. Because he desires to protect everyone. So don't you dare say such mean things about my papa, Rafalia. Ary, Itsuki, so that's why she sees Izuku as her father. Okay, I want to go to Izuku's world now and make that evil man pay. Rafalia, Ary's right. He was ready and willing to help a sick, diseased slave who was on the verge of death. Master Izuku fed us every day. Healthy, nourishing food. Anything we wanted. He even occasionally skipped his own meals to make sure we could eat. Not only that, he gave me valuable medicines and treatments, and they cured my illness. Are you capable of such kindness? Moto Yasu, oh of course I am. Ary, you are a liar! Rafalia, if what you're saying is true, you'd have someone loyal by your side too, instead of that two-faced princess. Mine, take that back you damned demi-human. Man, look over there. They looked to see Rin and Itsuki coming to Izuku. Itsuki, sorry, mine. But I have to ask about your illegal and magical interference in the duel. Mine, what are you talking about? Moto Yasu, illegal interference? Rin, yeah? And you lost that duel. Badly? Obviously, someone shot a powerful magic spell at Izuku. It was kind of hard to tell, but it was clearly wind magic. Mine, I think you imagined it. The audience didn't see a thing. Itsuki, the king has told everyone to keep quiet. The nobles agree there was foul play, Rin, and since you cheated first, even if Izuku did cheat, mine cheated first, making it null and void. And the rules never said he couldn't use whatever that weird power he used was. But it clearly wasn't magic since he didn't use lightning to attack. Just his hands and his shield. Nothing against that. Izuku walked over to Rafalia. Izuku, thanks for standing up for me, Rafalia. You too, Ary. Itsuki, you knew from the start that Rafalia was never going to leave you, didn't you? Izuku nodded. Izuku, I may not have known Rafalia for very long, but I know she's loyal. Caring. And the bonds we forged cannot destroyed. Rafalia hugged Izuku, and so did Ary. Rafalia, I'm happy that you believed in me as well. Izuku smiled. Izuku, I'm glad to have you girls in my life. You know that? Rafalia blushed and her tail wagged, while Ary had a big smile on her face. After that, everyone started leaving the arena. Moto Yasu, this can't be real. We all know it's wrong for a hero to have a slave. Or maybe, Itsuki, I'm going to stop you right there. Ainz is also my slave. Moto Yasu, what? Itsuki nodded. Itsuki, but look at how Ainz is right now. He looked into Ainz's eyes, which showed a lot of happiness. Itsuki, he's only like this because I was able to heal his heart. But I never would have known that a hero is supposed to do that if it wasn't for Izuku. Just look at him and Rafalia. They don't look like they have a master and a slave relationship. It's clearly different. That's because he healed her heart. Showed her kindness. Like a true hero. After that, everyone left and rested for the night. In the morning, Izuku could finally taste food again, and it was all thanks to his well-found trust in Ary and Rafalia. Philo, all cray. As a reward for his efforts during the wave and for fulfilling my request, Master Moto Yasu will receive 4,000 silvers. And young Masters Itsuki and Rin will receive 3,800 silvers. Finally, I have set aside 500 silvers for the shield hero. However, since it's been offset by the cost of setting his slaves free from the curse, he will not receive any funds at this time. Itsuki, wait a second, that's not gonna fly. You were the one interfering in his duel, dispelling that Slave Crest. And now you won't pay him? If you asked me, that's not really fair play. Especially considering you didn't even care about me having a slave. Rin, yeah, that's right. If you'd followed the rules, Izuku clearly would have won the duel. Moto Yasu, why are you crazy? I didn't lose. Itsuki, yes you did. Even when mine fired a magic spell on him, he simply adapted by using his ace in a hole. Besides, when the wave hit, it was Izuku who defended that village, not the knights. Rin, so if you asked me, it would be the right thing to fairly compensate him. I'll cray fine. I shall afford him the minimum agreed amount, but there will be nothing else. Izuku got his silvers. Izuku, hey Rin? Itsuki? Thanks for sticking up for me. Itsuki, no problem. Rin simply nodded. All cray, now be gone. Izuku left with Rafalia and Ary. Itsuki, see you round. Izuku. Izuku, see you round. After that, Izuku, Rafalia, and Ary went back to Beluka's place to get a new slave crest for Rafalia. Beluka's, there we go. She now has a brand new slave crest. Izuku, you didn't need to get another one, you know, Rafalia, but I wanted it. I think of it as a symbol of your faith in me, Master Izuku. Izuku, well, alright. It's your choice, Rafalia, so she stood up to show her slave crest. Rafalia, how do you think it looks? Izuku blushed bright red because her slave crest was located on her chest. He quickly turned his head away. Izuku, it looks great. Belukas, I'm amazed. You've helped this scrawny bag of bones grow so much in such a short span of time. You could get 20 gold pieces for her, if she was a virgin. Rafalia, but I am a virgin. Belukas, 35 gold pieces. Izuku, she's not for sale. Ary Papa? What's a virgin? Belukas, how about we change the subject before I end up scarring this precious little girl? Izuku, wise choice. Belukas, how about I interest you in this monster egg lottery? Izuku, monster egg lottery? Belukas, for 100 silvers, you're guaranteed at least a filolial. You'll win a monster chick that'll double in value if you take care of it properly. Izuku, a filolial? Ary Raf? What's a filolial? Rafalia, they're those gigantic birds everywhere that pull people's carriages around town. Ary, those big birdies? Izuku, that's what they're called. Belukas, what's more, if you hit the jackpot you'll win a dragon. And may I remind you that beast is worth 20 gold pieces. Ary, oh. So it's like a gacha game. Izuku, since when did you play those? Ary, about 2 months ago. Izuku, ah. Rafalia, what's a gacha game? Izuku, why you don't need to worry about it. But Lucas, so, would you like to give it a shot? Act now and I'll give you a package deal, sir. For that and the Slave Crest. Izuku, well deal. And so, he bought an egg. Rafalia, if you asked me, you wouldn't waste money like that, Master Izuku. Izuku, I understand your concern, but when I thought about it, I figured we could use all the help we can get. Rafalia, I think we can fight just fine all on our own. Izuku, I know, but I don't want to risk anything bad happening to you. I don't know what I'd do if you got seriously hurt. Rafalia blushed a bit. Rafalia, well, either way, you'd better stop loosening your purse strings so much. Izuku, okay. They entered the herbalist shop and he gave them a book. Herbalist, I have lots of relatives in Loot Village. They're the ones who asked me to help you out here. Rafalia, do you think it might have been someone you saved back then? Izuku, possibly. Herbalist, this grimoire has recipes for finer medicines than the ones you bring me. Use it. It's yours. Izuku, thanks. But I can't read this world's language. Herbalist, I see. Well, there's something else. The old hag at the magic shop was asking to see you. It's for a similar reason. She said you helped her grandkid out in that Loot Village battle. Izuku, huh? Well, Rafalia. Ary. Let's go. At the magic shop. Shopkeeper, you have a rare affinity for healing and support magic, shield hero. And the young lady has affinities for light and dark magic. She's a tanuki after all. Make sure she learns illusion magic. Ary, what about me? Shopkeeper, whom you have an affinity for lightning magic. Ary, wow. Shopkeeper, now, that being the case, she showed them a magic grimoire. Izuku, oh, I'm sorry. We don't have the money to buy a magic grimoire. Shopkeeper, it's a gift, as thanks for helping my grandchild. I would have preferred to have given you a crystal ball instead of it. Izuku, huh? Shopkeeper, oh, you mean you didn't know? If you use a crystal ball, you can learn one of the magic sealed within it. Izuku, I see. I never heard of it. Shopkeeper, but I heard the royal court had ordered a bunch of them to give to all the heroes. Ary, figures that Papa was excluded from it. Shopkeeper, learning magic from a grimoire is certainly hard. But if you keep at it and do the work, you can learn as many spells as you want. You can do it. Izuku, thank you very much. He took the grimoire. Later that afternoon, Izuku, dang it. I just can't read it. Rafalia, then let us learn it together. Izuku, do you mean the language? Or the magic? Rafalia, both. She got her face very close to Izuku. Rafalia, but the key word there is, together. Izuku, why yeah. But can you back up a bit? Rafalia realized how close she was and backed away. Rafalia, I'm sorry. Izuku, it's okay. Anyways, I guess we have plenty of time since the next wave isn't due for another month. But first, let's spend the night down in Loot Village. Ary looks pretty tired. She looked at a sleeping Ary. Izuku, then tomorrow, after breakfast, we can go out and grind some levels. Rafalia, sure thing. And so, they went to Loot Village and rested at the inn for the night. The next morning, Izuku, Ary. Rafalia? Wake up. Rafalia and Ary woke up. Ary, Papa? Why did you wake us up? Izuku picked her up and showed her the hatching egg. Izuku, take a look. Ary gasped. Ary, Rafalia. Come quick. The egg is hatching. Rafalia, really? She came over to them. And then, Filolio Pio. Izuku, it hatched. Filolio Pio. The newborn Filolio flew up to Izuku's head and perched on it. Rafalia, that's adorable. It thinks of your hair as a nest. Ary, can we name it Philo? Izuku, sounds good. Rafalia, seriously? Philo? Izuku, yeah. Why not? Rafalia, don't you think that's a little on the nose? Izuku, I mean, it's better than whatever I could have come up with. Rafalia sighed. Rafalia, alright. As the next 2 days went by, the 4 team members all bonded with each other. But Philo wasn't staying small for long. Eventually, she was big enough to ride on. And when Izuku tried to ride on top of her, she ran. And ran. And ran. And ran. It was morning at the time, but she did not come back until evening. Rafalia, I can't believe she grew so much in just 2 days. Izuku, I think it might be because of my growth boost skill. Villager 1, hey, why are the knights here? Izuku, wait, what? They decided to check things out. Mine. In light of his exploits during the last wave, the spear hero, Sir Moto Yasu, has been appointed ruling lord of this region. To help the rebuilding efforts, we've decided to levy a toll. This toll will be 50 silvers to enter the village and 50 to exit. Ary, what a rip-off. Villager 2, but that'll ruin us. Villager 3, we won't have anything left but food tomorrow. Mine, do you dare to defy your lord's orders? Izuku, as a matter of fact, I do. Mine, while the shield hero. What are you still doing here? This is Sir Motoyasu's domain now. You have no right to question him. Actually, leave this instant, you miserable criminal. Izuku, normally I would. But I can't leave this village like this. Moto Yasu. Do you have any idea how much it costs to spend a night at the inn here? Moto Yasu, huh? Actually, Izuku, it's 1 silver a night. And that includes food. You're charging the equivalent of 100 nights to simply enter and exit the village. Do you even realize that? Villager 4, yeah. He's right. Villager 5, and you can't just show up here and call yourself our lord. Villager 6, and it was the shield hero who defended this whole village when the wave of catastrophe hit. Mine, you dare complain about a royal decree? She had the knights point their weapons at the villagers. Izuku, knock it off. Then 3 cloaked individuals dropped down in front of Mine. Shadow, I trust you know who we represent, Princess Malty. Mine, but why have you come? The Shadow handed her a scroll. Shadow, for you. Rafalia, Master Izuku. Who are they? Izuku, not sure. But whoever they are, they're important. Mine, how could this be? She pointed at Izuku. Mine, shield hero. Fight us for the right to rule this village. Izuku, I accept. Village leader, thank you very much. Good thing too. Your Philolial seems to be pretty up for it. They looked to see Philo glaring at Motoyasu's dragon. Izuku, what's going on with her? Rafalia, it sure looks like it's true that Philolial and dragons don't get along very well. Izuku, I see. Well, Philo? You ready? Philo nodded. They got ready to race. Moto Yasu, that is so lame. You're gonna ride that bird thing? Not a dragon? Philo's eye twitched in anger. Moto Yasu, how can you possibly jeep up with my dragon with that thing? Philo then kicked Moto Yasu in the nuts so hard that he was sent flying. Izuku, okay, I have got to introduce you to Koda. Mine, you cheater. Izuku, maybe he shouldn't have gotten so close to Philo. He and Philo both laughed together. Rafalia, he has such a cute laughter. Village leader, the race will be 3 laps around the outskirts of the village. Whoever reaches this gate first will be declared the winner. On your marks, get set, go. They took off and Izuku quickly took the lead. Izuku, alright. So far so good. However, as he kept rushing through, Guard 1, as source of thy power, I order thee. Decipher the laws of nature and create a pit in front of me. Earth hole. He made a hole in the land in front of Izuku. Izuku, crap. He pulled on Philo's reins and they fell down. Ary, Papa. Philo. Izuku, we're not done yet, Philo. He got back on Philo. Izuku, let's go. They rushed back into the race and quickly caught up with Moto Yasu. But, Guard 2, as source of thy power, I order thee. Decipher the laws of nature and hear my command to slow my target. Speed down. Izuku and Philo started to slow down. Then, Moto Yasu had his dragon slap Philo with its tail. Philo, GUA. Izuku, don't worry, Philo. Use your rage as a source of strength. Philo nodded and ran even faster than before. It didn't take long before they sped past Moto Yasu. To add insult to injury, they kicked up a lot of dust onto Mine. Ary, in my world, we call that karma. Rafalia, Ary, I know what karma is. Ary, anyways, go Philo. Go Papa. As they sped off, Guard 3, decipher the laws of nature and heed my command to hasten my target. Fast speed. Moto Yasu then sped up and now they were neck and neck. Izuku, you're doing great, Philo. Just a little more. But then, Moto Yasu started blocking their path. Izuku, not good. We're headed for that hole. Wait, that's it. Airstrike shield. He made a bright green shield over the hole and Philo jumped over it, and started running along the side of a hill before jumping off it and catching up to Moto Yasu. Izuku, Philo, the villagers are relying on us. Let's win this. Philo ran as fast as she could and just barely managed to win. Izuku, looks like we won. He got off of Philo. Village leader, brilliantly done. Thanks to you, we can rest easy and focus on rebuilding the village. Then, a green glow enveloped Philo and everyone who noticed it gasped. Izuku, I did nothing. If you want to be thanking anyone, thank Philo. He then looked to see that Philo had changed drastically. Philo, gwa, Izuku, huh? You know, I did not see that coming. Mine, you cheated. You didn't tell us your Philolio was really this massive tub of lard. I see. Village leader. But it only transformed after the race was over. Izuku, and if anyone cheated, it was you guys. What about the holes in the road? Mine holes? Don't be ridiculous. Then, the three shadows appeared again. Shadow, the shield hero is correct. Izuku, it's them again. Shadow, we have detected traces of magic on the course. Mine, it was look at him. It was obviously that criminal who used illegal magic. Shadow, untrue. The shield hero's magic affinities are support and healing. His raccoon friends are light and dark. And his daughter's is lightning. All are completely different types than the magic we found. Thus it is clear that the spear hero's party cheated. Mine, well, we'll leave for now. But we'll be back. You can count on it, Moto Yasu. Remember, I let you win today, but it won't happen next time. And you won't have that fat tub of. Ary, is your win okay? Philo kicked you pretty hard. Izuku snorted. Moto Yasu, UUAGH, he left. Izuku, Ary, I am very proud of you. Ary, hee hee. Village leader, Sir Hero. Again, the whole village thanks you so very much. We don't know how to express our gratitude for everything you've done. Izuku, there's no need to. I just did what an actual hero would do. It was my job to help. Village leader, but there must be some way we can properly thank you. Philo tapped on Izuku's head. Izuku HM? What is it, Philo? Philo pointed her beak over to an old carriage. Izuku, how about this? You can give me the carriage and we'll call it even. Village leader, deal. Before they left, however, village leader, are you interested in becoming a traveling trader, Sir Hero? Izuku, a trader? Village leader, if you are, then this pass will come in handy. He gave him a trader's pass. Village leader, it exempts you from paying tolls across the country, so you'll be free to travel the roads wherever you wish. Izuku took the pass. Izuku, thank you, sir. And so, Philo was now pulling the carriage on their journey throughout the land. But, Rafalia, sorry, Master Izuku, but could we stop for a little bit, just for a second? She was getting motion sickness. Izuku, okay. Philo. Let's stop for a bit. They stopped and Rafalia left to puke. Ary, is Raf okay? Izuku, she's got motion sickness. I think it would be best if we stop here for the day. And so they did. Rafalia, I'm sorry about this. To make you work after you let me rest all day. Izuku, it's fine. I'm much more concerned about your health than traveling. But we're going to be doing this pretty often from now on. We're gonna have to find a way to get you over your motion sickness. Rafalia, I'll try. Izuku, hey, Rafalia? Do you have a fever? Your face is red. Rafalia, no. I don't. Ary, Philo looks happy now that she gets to pull a cart. Izuku, yeah? Alright everyone, get some sleep. Rafalia, oh, alright. Ary, good night, Papa. They both went to sleep. Philo then came to Izuku and fell asleep. Philo, gwa. She closed her eyes. Izuku, your feathers are pretty stuffy, Philo. He then fell asleep. Philo, mine. The next morning, Rafalia, Master Izuku. Master Izuku. Izuku woke up to see Rafalia with a shocked look on her face. Izuku, what's wrong? He then noticed what she was really staring at. It was a naked little girl. Izuku, what the? He jumped back. Izuku, that girl was not here before. The girl turned to Izuku. Her wings showing. Master, hi. Izuku, Rafalia, and Ary, who are you? Huh. It's me. Philo. Izuku, Rafalia, and Ary. Philo? Philo, can I have something to eat? Finding magic thread. Earhart was getting ready for lunch when he heard the door open. Earhart, welcome. He noticed Philo, who was wearing a brown cloak to cover herself up. Earhart, come on, don't come here to show off every time you get a new slave. Izuku, about that. Earhart, another young girl? Philo walked over to Earhart's sandwich. Philo, master, couldn't I have just a little snack? Earhart, want a bite? Knock yourself out. Philo, thanks. Rafalia, Philo, don't overdo it. Earhart, hey, relax. It's fine, miss. How big a bite could she take anyway? She then transformed into her Philolio form and shredded the clothes Izuku gave her before eating the sandwich in one bite. Ary, I think about that big. Izuku, Philo. Philo, that was yummy. Izuku, ah geez. Earhart, so what's the story here? Rafalia, according to Belucas, Philolio have a king or queen leading each flock. That's what he told us, anyway. Earhart, I thought that was just a myth. Rafalia. Those kings and queens are highly skilled at transforming, and they blend into the flocks by disguising themselves as normal Philolials. Earhart, and they can transform themselves into humans too? That's nuts. Izuku, on top of all that, it turns out they need a special crest in order to be tamed. Unfortunately, we don't have the money for that. Ary, things got crazy while trying to give her that crest thingy. Rafalia, Philo did everything she could to resist it. Izuku, and to think she's only level 19. Earhart, so you didn't come here to just show off this Philolio queen, am I right? Izuku, yeah? We actually came to buy some clothing. If she shreds them each time she transforms, it won't be long before I go broke. Rafalia, please tell us that there's some kind of outfit made for transforming species. Earhart, yeah, but those are special order items. I don't have any. I suggest seeing a dressmaker. But I guess you can't have her walking around in public looking like that. He gave Izuku a pink outfit. Earhart, take this. Another customer left it. Izuku, thank you. After that, they had Philo put on her outfit and they went to see the dressmaker. Dressmaker, oh my god, she's cute. Isn't she just the cutest little angel? Wait a second, she has wings on her back, so maybe she really is an angel? Philo, master, am I really cute? I wanna know. Izuku, why yeah. You look adorable. Dressmaker, that's just what your daughter needs to hear. Izuku, huh? Philo, are you my daddy? Izuku, Rafalia, Izuku, Ary papa? Izuku, Ary? Would you want a sister? Ary nodded. Izuku cleared his throat. Izuku, you know what? Sure. I'm your daddy. Philo jumped to him and hugged him tight. Philo, daddy. Izuku laughed a bit before putting her down. Ary, hi. My name is Ary Midoriya. I'm your big sister. Philo's sister? Sister. They two girls hugged each other and Izuku, Rafalia, and the dressmaker all fainted. 30 minutes later, Izuku, alright, that's gonna take some getting used to. Look, we're gonna need to buy some clothes that don't rip to shreds when you transform and then can go back to normal. Dressmaker, oh, that's what you're looking for? Did you bring any magic thread? Izuku, magic thread? Dressmaker, of course. Transforming clothes always use thread made out of the wearer's own mana. Rafalia, so transforming clothes are always custom made? Dressmaker, of course. If you will give me the magic thread, I promise I'll make you the cutest outfit you'll ever see in your entire life. Izuku, this might be dangerous for the entire world. Well, where can we get some? Dressmaker, check the magic shop. Izuku, oh. That makes sense. At the magic shop. Shopkeeper, magic thread, huh? You certainly could weave them here, but unfortunately right now is not a good time. I'm afraid the magic gemstone in my spinning wheel broke. Izuku, is it expensive? Shopkeeper, yes, but that's not the problem. It's actually finding it. Rafalia, what can we do about it? Shopkeeper, I'll talk to some people and see if I can procure a new gemstone as soon as possible. It might take a little bit longer. Philo, hey, she was fawning over a crystal ball. Philo, whoa, what does this thing do? Shopkeeper, this crystal ball measures one's magical affinity. Why don't we measure your affinity? So, they checked and found out that Philo has wind affinity. The next day, Philo was pulling the carriage while singing. Philo has wind affinity. I blow away all the enemies. Rafalia, well, she certainly seems to be in a good mood. Philo, if I find that nasty spear guy, I'll send him flying with a full power kick. Izuku, it'll take some time before we can get her some clothes. So until then, it would be best for us to make some money. Rafalia, this trade pass we got from the village lord. I hope it comes in handy soon. Philo, daddy, look, there's someone up ahead. They saw a man who looked to be in terrible shape. Rafalia, is something wrong, sir? Man, please, I beg you. Give me a lift in your carriage. I need to get this medicine to the village. It's the one just past the mountain. It's urgent. I pray you. Izuku, Philo, how long to get there at full speed? Philo, not too long. But you know, we can get there even sooner without the carriage. Izuku, alright. I'll take you there. Man, oh, thank you. I'd pay you a silver for this, but I spent my money on this medicine. Izuku, no worries. You don't have to pay me right away. I take IOUs, but I don't take kindly to people who try to rip me off. Man, that's fine with me, sir. Izuku, alright. Rafalia, give me the reins. Rafalia, here you go. Izuku jumped on top of Philo. Izuku, come on. The man climbed aboard. Man, thank you. Izuku, Philo. Let us go. Philo, rightio. She rushed off with incredible speed. Man, at the gate. Gatekeeper, halt. Stop, Izuku, sorry sir. We have no time. Here, he threw his pass to him. Izuku, I'll pick it up on the way back. They soon made it to the man's house. Man, mother, I got you the medicine. His mother coughed a bit. Izuku, hey, you go boil some water. I'll give the medicine to your mother. Man, but Izuku, don't worry, it's free. Man, alright. He gave Izuku the medicine and went to boil some water. Izuku, alright. Let's see if this potion enchant skill works. He enchanted the potion and gave it to the old lady. And it worked, old lady, thank you so much. Man, mother. The medicine it's helping already? Old lady, yes, the pain went away in an instant. Thank you, good sir. Izuku, no problem. Happy to help. Man, exactly what kind of magic spell did you use? Izuku, sorry. That's a secret. Man, I see. Well, here. He gave Izuku a bag of food. Man, this should be worth at least 1 silver. Izuku, thank you, sir. Goodbye. After that, Izuku and Philo went back to Philo and Ary. As the next few days went by, he continued to travel as a merchant while learning with Rafalia how to do magic as well as read this world's language. On one day, merchant, I really can't believe I'm riding with our savior of the heavenly fowl. Izuku, pardon? Merchant, yes. You have quite the reputation. In a carriage drawn by the god of domesticated birds, our savior travels and treats the sick. Philo, did he just say I'm a god? Rafalia, Philo. Master Izuku told you not to talk when there are strangers, remember? Philo, sorry. Merchant, well, I'll be. It talks. That really is a god. Izuku, she's not a god. Rafalia, Master Izuku? There's a large gang that's blocking our path up ahead. Izuku, wait, what? He looked to see that she was right. Thug 1, whoa, now. You can stop right there. They stopped. Thug 2, well, that's an odd bird you got there, stranger. We heard an accessory seller was hitching a ride with you. Come on. We know you're in there. Thug 3, just hand him over quietly and you'll get away with at least your lives intact. Izuku, so what you're saying is you'll take everything from us except for our lives, am I right? Thug 2, ha ha. This one's sharp as attack, ain't he? Thug 4, that one's pretty hot for a demi-human. Thug 5, looks like we're gonna have some fun tonight. Izuku, you guys stand back. I'll take care of this. He jumped out of the carriage. Thug 3, don't even think about it. We've got a class-upgraded bodyguard who'll make hamburger out of you. The bodyguard was about to draw his sword. Izuku, 1 for all, full cowing. He activated 1 for all. Bodyguard, the hell? Izuku, Texas smash. He blew them all away and they hit a wall, knocking them out. Izuku, rope shield. He switched to the rope shield. Then he wrapped the thugs up in rope. Merchant, holy sh. Rafalia, ahem. She pointed towards Ary. Merchant, oops. Good catch. Later, Thug 3. Some other trader told us to mug the guy riding with you because he was supposed to be carrying a bunch of really nice stuff. I swear that's what happened. Merchant, so one of my own sold me out, Izuku, so what do we do with these guys now? Merchant, we usually hand them over to the local guards, but I'll leave it up to you. Thug 3, hey you. You aren't the shield hero, are ya? Kinda obvious since you have no weapons and only that shield. Izuku narrowed his eyes. Izuku, let me guess. We gonna go around saying, we're just some unlucky adventurers who were attacked by the cruel shield hero and he treated all of us like dirt. Am I right? Thug 2, you aren't the perceptive one. Then you can bet they'll take our word over the shield heroes any day. Izuku, what if you can't speak? Thugs, huh? Izuku, look, I don't want to do this, but it seems to me you aren't giving me any other option. I'm going to have to kill you. Thugs, what? Ary, hey sister. Think you'll find these guys tasty? Philo, I most certainly do, sister. I want food, the thugs gasped in fear. Izuku, just so you know, she's an omnivore, so she won't hesitate in eating you. Thug 2, hey, but you're our savior of the heavenly fowl. You can't commit murder. Izuku, actually I can. I've committed murder on tons of monsters. People shouldn't be much different. And I never asked to be known as such. On top of that, you're not above consequences. I'm not sure how many people you've killed, so now. Izuku, it's your turn. The thugs shivered in fear. Thug 3, no, wait, please. Take anything you want, just let us get out with our lives. Izuku, fine. You made the right choice. I'll spare your lives. However, the thugs gulped. Izuku, I'll be taking away all your weapons. I can't trust you to not try something like this again. They had to comply. Later, Izuku, you know, I don't appreciate how you roped me into this trouble, sir. I understand it was out of your control, but still, merchant, don't worry. I can offer you all the knowledge and connections I possess as compensation for the troubles I put you through. It is at your command. Izuku, knowledge and connections? Merchant, yes. I've taken a real liking to you, Sir Hero. Izuku, all right. Thank you. After that, the merchant taught him how to process materials, use the tools required, craft gems, and imbue them with mana. It gave Izuku some spell ideas even. During his travels with his new gem crafting business, he heard rumors about the other three heroes. Moto Yasu apparently saved a famine-stricken village to the southwest by introducing a legendary crop. Ren has been looking for monsters to slay in the southeast, including a dragon. As for Itsuki, there were a lot of wild stories about him, but none of them were true. With Itsuki and Ainz, so you think she's in here? Itsuki, she must be. We checked every other room. He busted open a locked door and found Eek. No! Stay away, Itsuki, hey, calm down. It's okay. It's okay. She was shaking in fear. Who are you? Itsuki, my name is Itsuki Kawasumi. I'm the bow hero. And this is Ainz. Yo, I am Rishia Ivered. Itsuki, well, Rishia. You're safe now. We're getting you out of here. Back with Izuku, mining chief. I can't believe it, but this deed must be the real thing. You see, the merchant Izuku saved gave him the deed to a gem mine. He gave it back to its rightful owner, mining chief. I'm amazed that grumpy money grabber actually gave it to you. Anyway, if there's a gemstone you want, I can arrange for you to get it. At a discount, of course, which obviously goes without saying. What are you looking for, Sir Hero? Izuku, just the gemstone you used to make threads that are magic. After that, the man told Izuku where to find it. He traveled to there with the magic shopkeeper. Shopkeeper, what surprises me is how you managed to find that gemstone so quickly. Izuku, we haven't gotten it just yet. It's in an unsavory location. Rafalia, Master Izuku, look, they arrived at a temple. Shopkeeper, this temple was once a notoriously evil alchemist's base of operations. They went inside a tunnel near the temple. Shopkeeper, strange though. I'd never heard anything about a tunnel being here. Izuku, according to the mining chief, nobody's dared approach this place ever since monsters started nesting here. We better keep our guard up. They eventually came across an empty chest. Rafalia, it's empty. Shopkeeper, oh? There's some ancient writing here. Ary, what does it say? Shopkeeper, we fervently pray that this seed never makes it out of this tunnel. It is a horribly twisted manifestation of our wish that nobody feels the pangs of hunger ever again in this world. Izuku, not good. It looks like someone already took it. Philo, Daddy, look down there. Philo pointed to a path. Philo, there's a path over that way. Izuku, good eye, Philo. Let's go. But Philo looked behind in a bit of concern. Izuku, is something wrong, Philo? Philo, and no. Nothing's wrong. Izuku, if you say so. She went over to Izuku, and they kept on walking. However, they were starting to hear voices saying horrendous things to them from those that were closest to them. Izuku, something's not right here. That's not whoever you're hearing. Shopkeeper, you're right. These monsters provoke you by saying the last things you want to hear, and the last voices you want saying them. Danger sense then went off and Izuku dodged a slash that was aimed for him. Izuku, we need to sniff out those monsters. Shopkeeper, as source of thy power, I order thee. Decipher the laws of nature and restore our sight. Fast anti-bind right now. A bright light appeared and they found the monsters. Izuku, there they are. Philo, I'm on it. I'm gonna blow you away. She sent out a massive gust of wind at the monsters and defeated them all. Izuku, is everyone okay? Rafalia, we're alright, Master Izuku. Thank you. Izuku fed the monster parts to his shield and got a new shield. Izuku, we better keep going. Philo, hey, Daddy? You won't abandon me, will you? Izuku, abandon you? Of course not. You and Ary are my daughters. He was brought into a hug by Philo. Philo, thank you, Daddy. Izuku smiled softly. They then continued onwards. Eventually, they made it to where a bunch of gems, including the one they're looking for, was. Unfortunately, it was being guarded by a lion monster with a snake for a tail. Shopkeeper, that's a little on the smaller side, but still dangerous. Izuku, we may need a. Rafalia, let's go. Philo, right. The two rushed in without a second thought. Izuku, oh no, Ary, Raf. Sis. Wait. Rafalia tried to stab the new with her sword, but it dodged her and kicked her away. Philo tried to kick it, but the new dodged it. Shopkeeper's white fire blast. She shot fire at the new and severely burned it. Izuku, smash. He punched the new in the gut and sent it flying into a wall. The new was barely able to get up. Izuku, girls. Finish it off. Shopkeeper's white fire blast. She blasted the beast with fire again. Rafalia drove her sword into the monster's stomach, and Philo finished it off by kicking it in the face so hard, its skull was nothing but dust at that point. Philo, we won. Izuku, is everyone okay? Rafalia, we are. What about you? Izuku, all good. But you two shouldn't be so reckless next time. What if you got seriously hurt? I was worried about you. Rafalia's ears drooped down. Izuku, look, it's okay to make mistakes. As long as you learn from them. Rafalia, alright. Philo, wow, so pretty. That's when they really got to look at all the gems out there. Rafalia, they're so beautiful. Izuku was then able to get one of the gems there. Later, Philo was making the magic thread. Philo, doing this is making me feel so tired. Shopkeeper, don't worry, my dear, it's only because your mana is turning into thread. Endure it for just a while longer. Philo, what? Izuku, I'll make everyone some food. We'll dig in once you finish. Philo, hey sis? Is Daddy's cooking good? Ary, it's the best. Philo, then I'll keep going. Eventually, she made the thread and they gave it to the dressmaker. The next day, Philo, well, how do I look? Alright. Izuku, you look adorable. Ary, looking great, sis. Philo, yay. Thank you, Daddy. Sister, she hugged them both. This family's adventure has only just begun. Fighting a plant monster and hot spring adventure. Izuku, Rafalia, Ary, and Philo were on their way to a village. The accessory dealer from before had told them how he had received an order for herbicide to the village, and they required tons of it. But Izuku couldn't help but wonder. Izuku, why do they need so much herbicide? I mean, it's like their entire village is overrun by plants, but was the even possible dus mechanisms then against this world is vastly different. Translation: why do they need so much herbicide? I mean, it's like their entire village is overrun by plants. But how is that possible? It doesn't make any sense. Then again, this world is vastly different from mine and Aries, so maybe plants grow much faster. But how fast? Maybe mutter. Rafalia was staring at Izuku dumbly. Rafalia, Master Izuku? Izuku snapped out of it. Izuku, oh. As sorry. It's a bit of a habit of mine to mutter my thoughts. Rafalia giggled a bit. Rafalia, it's okay, Master Izuku. Besides, it's pretty cute. Hey, Master Izuku? Could you tell me what your world is like? Izuku, sure. In hindsight, I should have told you about it sooner. As they traveled, Izuku told Rafalia about how in his world, 80% of the world has superpowers and how he goes to a hero school. To say that Rafalia was impressed would be putting it lightly. Rafalia, it's no wonder you have such a heroic personality. Izuku blushed lightly and rubbed the back of his head. Philo, Daddy, the plants here are amazing. Ary, more like scary. Izuku and Rafalia looked to see what they meant. There were vines everywhere. Even going over to the village. Izuku, now it makes sense why they need all this herbicide. Philo, get us to the village ASAP. Philo, ASAP? What does that mean? Ary, it means as soon as possible. Philo, oh. On it, she rushed as quickly as she could and made her way to the village. Chief, I don't know how to thank you enough. This place was about to fall prey to all the vines too. Rafalia, how about burning them? Izuku, I think they already tried that. The vines must be resistant to fire. The chief nodded. Chief, we tried everything we could think of. We even resorted to summoning adventurers, but the situation is worse than before. Our village was already overrun by the vines. What's worse, the plants turned into monsters and started to attack us. Izuku, they turned into monsters? Then, they heard some screams. Chief, some adventurers went to level up. But when they departed, they had no idea what was waiting for them. I begged them to stay. Izuku, I see. Philo, can you find the adventurers and bring them back to us? Philo was eating some food but heard what he said. Philo, with her mouth full, okay. Be right back. She ran out the village to find the adventurers. It didn't take long before she came back with the 3 adventurers in her wings. She then dropped them to the ground. Philo, there were plant monsters all over the place. Some of them even spat poison or acid at me. Why would these guys go there when they're so weak? They must be stupid, you know what I mean? Rafalia, you really didn't have to say that last part. Philo, huh? Izuku, Rafalia is right. How would you feel if someone called you weak or stupid? Philo looked down. Philo, I would feel really bad. Izuku nodded. Izuku, you may be strong, but that doesn't give you the right to just insult someone who's not as strong as you. I've met people like that before. Philo, huh? But you're super strong. Izuku, I wasn't always this strong, Philo. The power you see me use, it didn't show up until I was 15. Before that, I was known as someone who is useless. Bullied for being beneath others. I don't want you to be like my bullies. Do you understand, Philo? Philo looked into his eyes. Philo, yeah? Sorry, Daddy. Izuku, it's alright. Anyone can make a mistake. But remember, those who admit their mistakes and work to change themselves for the better are those with good hearts. So make sure to learn from this mistake, okay? Philo, okay. Villager 1, that bird. It talked. Villager 2, that has to be the heavenly fowl. Villager 3, the savior of the heavenly fowl has come to our village. 2, Chief, please, good sir, tell us. Are you really the savior who travels in a carriage drawn by the heavenly fowl? Izuku shook his head in denial. Izuku, you must have me confused with someone else. Rafalia, Master Izuku. Chief, please use your powers to heal our sick. There's no greater good you could do. Izuku, hold on. Back up. Heal our sick. Rafalia, what do you mean by that? Chief, come with me. I'll show you. The chief led Izuku and Rafalia to a tent where they saw people very sick and with plants growing out of them. Izuku, what's going on? Chief, as you can see, the plants are devouring their bodies. Izuku, those poor people. So the plants are parasitic? Chief, I can't ask you strongly enough, savior. Please do what you can to heal them. Izuku, I'm not entirely sure what I can do. I'm still human after all. But I do have an idea. He walked over to a sick little girl and took a bottle of herbicide out. Izuku, Rafalia. Hold her head up. Rafalia, right away, Master Izuku. She held the little girl's head up and Izuku brought the herbicide to her mouth and had her drink some of it. Then, he used his potion-enhanced skill on the rest of the herbicide and poured it on the little girl. This made the plants wither and die. Izuku, thank goodness. Looks like it worked. Now we need to move on to the rest. Rafalia, right. Meanwhile with Ary and Philo and Ary were eating some fruit. Philo, hey sister? Ary, what is it? Philo, why was Daddy bullied for not having powers? Ary, you see, in our world 80% of the world has superpowers, or quirks, as we call them. They can be anything. Super strength, super speed, turn into an animal, anything. Philo, sounds amazing. I would like to live in a world like that. Ary, it is pretty cool as long as you're among the 80% with quirks. Philo, Ary, Papa was misdiagnosed as being a part of the remaining 20% of the world. The ones that have no quirks. Philo, and I assume that's bad? Ary nodded. Ary, very bad. Up until he went to high school, the only person who treated him kindly was Grandma and Grandpa. But Grandpa is always working overseas. Philo, what about you? You are his daughter too. Ary, yeah, but like you, we aren't related by blood. We're both adopted by him. I don't want to go into detail about how he adopted me because then I'd have to relive some trauma that happened prior. It's also not related to what we're talking about. I'll tell you another time. Philo, okay. Ary, anyways, Papa was constantly beaten up by his mean bullies. All because he has no power. Philo, that's terrible. Ary, unfortunately, that's how our society is. It's not the greatest. And yet I feel like it's better than the one here in this world. Philo, hey sis? Since I don't have a quirk, would I be bullied? Ary, normally, I would say yes. However, your true form can easily be mistaken for a transformation-type quirk. Philo, transformation type? Ary, it's a type of quirk that temporarily alters the user. There's also mutant-type quirks which permanently alters the user's looks. They can't be turned off. And then there's quirks like mine. Emitter-type quirks, which allow the user to generate and possibly control or alter things in a certain way. Like my rewind quirk, which allows me to rewind any living being to a previous state. Philo, wow. They continued to talk about Ary's world as time passed. Later, Izuku and Rafalia were finally back. Rafalia, that went well. Izuku, I guess. Then, they noticed that the chief and 2 other villagers were behind them, kneeling. "Chief, our savior of the heavenly fowl. We beg you from the bottom of our hearts. Please save our village, Izuku HM? Chief, our village was being ravaged by famine until, one day, the spear hero visited. When he heard of our plight, he went to some nearby ruins and brought back a seed that had been sealed there many years before. He called it a miracle seed. Izuku, miracle seed? Wait, he remembered the empty chest. Izuku, oh no. Villager 4, at first, we had no idea. We were overjoyed when we saw how quickly the plants were growing and bearing fruit. However, Rafalia, they grew too much and overwhelmed your village. Is that what happened? Chief, indeed. While investigating our options, we hit upon an ancient legend passed down among our people. A long time ago, an alchemist who'd set up shop in this area created a seed, but for some reason, he sealed it away. Villager 5, the legend also said that after only a short while, the plants would overgrown everything in the region. Izuku, wait. How come none of you had any doubts about the seed considering you already knew about the legend? The chief and 2 villagers looked down in shame. Izuku, I think I know why. You were convinced that it was safe because the spear hero brought it to you, am I correct? They got on their knees to beg. Chief, thank you. Please, savior of the heavenly fowl, we'll pay for any treatments and even for the monster extermination in advance. Anything. Just please save our village, I beg you. Izuku, come on, guys. Please get up. I'm not blaming you, Chief, huh? Izuku, heroes are around to protect others and give hope to people. It makes sense you would trust him. I'll be happy to help. Rafalia. Philo. Ary. Let's go. They nodded and started walking towards the gate. Izuku switched his shield and the chief noticed it. Chief, that shield could it be? They made their way to some of the vines. There was a vine monster that tried to attack Izuku, but he blocked it with his shield. Rafalia then slashed it apart. Philo kicked another vine monster and killed it as well. Then, Izuku noticed a giant flower in front of a giant tree. The flower suddenly grew an eyeball. Izuku, I guess that if we take that flower down, this mess will end. Ary, seems easy. Izuku, doubt it. There's no way that thing is defenseless. Philo, there's nothing to worry about. I'll destroy it, Daddy. She jumped forward. Rafalia, no, Philo. Wait, she dodged a bunch of vines that were trying to attack her. Izuku, air strike shield. He created a clear green shield in front of Philo in midair so she could use it as a platform. She jumped off it and pecked the flower in the eye. Unfortunately, the eye regenerated and Philo had to retreat. Izuku, quick regeneration, huh? This means normal attacks aren't going to work. Rafalia, any ideas, Master Izuku? Izuku nodded and handed her herbicide. Izuku, if we can splash this herbicide on that eye, it should kill it. So hop on Philo and close the distance. Rafalia on it. She jumped on Philo's back. Rafalia, okay, Philo. Let's go, Philo, right. They rushed at the eyeball, which sent a bunch of vines their way. They were able to dodge some of them. Then, Rafalia sliced some more vines that were coming at them. Philo, come on, Rafalia, don't hold me back. Rafalia, I'll hold you back. Izuku and Ary, watch out. Some vines wrapped around Rafalia and held her in an embarrassing position. Philo snorted and Izuku looked away. Rafalia, Philo. Did you just laugh? Philo, no. Of course I didn't. Never mind that. Just grab the herbicide. Rafalia, wait, never mind. What? She then took out the herbicide and doused the vines below her. Unfortunately, they regenerated almost immediately. Izuku noticed this. Izuku, regenerating again? Wait, come to think of it, if the potion enhanced skill works on the herbicide as well, that's it. Izuku started to walk towards the plant. Ary, what are you doing, Papa? Rafalia, Master Izuku, stay away. Vines wrapped around Izuku to restrict him. But using his shield, the vines were blown apart, and he continued walking towards the plant. Philo, go, Daddy. Go, Rafalia. He's not even using his quirk. This must be what the shield hero is capable of. Izuku took out a bottle of herbicide and used his potion enhanced skill on it before opening it up and pouring it onto the roots. This made the plant monster begin to wither and die. Rafalia cut herself loose and Izuku and Rafalia got on Philo and fled from the dying tree. It didn't take long before it fell apart, leaving the fruit and seeds. Izuku, those ripe seeds could cause much more trouble. Everyone, gather as many seeds as you can. And so, they spent a lot of time cleaning up this mess. Rafalia was about to grab a seed, but Philo took it first and they got into a heated argument about it. Izuku, geez. He took a look at his vast amount of shields and looked at his brand new one. The bio-plant shield. Ary, are you looking at a new shield, Papa? Izuku, yeah. Ary, what does it do? Izuku, it says plant modification. Let's test it out. He took a few seeds and modified them. When he threw them on the ground, they grew into a new plant monster. Ary, eep, but then it withered and died instantly. Izuku, just as I expected. Rafalia came with a bag filled with seeds. Rafalia, excuse me, but what are you doing? Izuku, I unlocked a skill called plant modification and I tested it out. Rafalia gasped in shock. Rafalia, we just barely took down that monster, so if you don't mind, please don't be so reckless. Izuku, you're right. I'm sorry. After that, they gathered the rest of the seeds and made their way back to the village. Chief, thank you so much, savior of the shield hero. We'll take care of the vines. Izuku, alright. But I'm exhausted now. I need to go to sleep. Rafalia, sure. After that, he went to the carriage and went to sleep. Later, Rafalia, Ary, and Philo were enjoying a nice campfire dinner with the chief. Chief, the shield hero seems like quite the caring person, isn't he? Rafalia nodded. Rafalia, he is. Isn't he the best? Chief, I suppose so. Rafalia, but I can tell. He's had a hard life. He hides it well. But I can tell that his life wasn't the best. And I want to help make it better. Philo and Ary tilted their heads in confusion. The next day, Izuku was up bright and early and had practiced his new skill by modifying the seeds to make them safe. Izuku, this'll do. Rafalia, Master Izuku? Izuku, oh sorry. Did I wake you up? You can sleep more if you want to. Rafalia, no, I'm alright, thank you. Is that a seed from yesterday? He buries the seed in the dirt. Izuku, watch this. Rafalia, Master Izuku, I don't want to sound like I'm nagging, but you really shouldn't be taking risks like that. Izuku, just watch. Trust me. The plant grew and produced many different fruits without becoming a giant plant monster. Izuku, see? Everything's alright. Philo and Ary came to them and saw the fruit. Philo, those look yummy. Ary, can we have some? Izuku smiled. Izuku, sure. As everyone in the village woke up, they gathered around Izuku as he explained what he did while Philo and Ary were eating a bowl of those berries. Izuku, I curbed their breeding and mutation potential, then increased their growth and productivity. With this, they should bear lots of edible fruit without turning into monsters. This way, you'll never have to worry about famine ever again. Chief, thank you so much, Sir Hero. Not only did you save us from danger, you've given us the most wonderful gift we could imagine. Izuku sighed. Izuku, I really hate to be the one to tell you this, but I can't be doing everything for free. Chief, huh? Izuku, don't get me wrong, sir. I would love doing all this for free. But the problem is that I still need to make a living in order for me to survive. Just because I'm a hero doesn't mean I can just get whatever I want for free at stores. That's not how the world works. Chief, with all due respect, Sir Hero, we have no money left to pay you for this. Izuku, don't worry. I have a solution. I'll take a small portion of the fruit and seeds. Simple as that. Chief, is that really all you want? Izuku nodded. Izuku, I know someone who can buy them off. It should be enough money to pay me back for all I did. If not, more than enough. Is that all right with you? Chief, why, yes. Of course. And so, Izuku got some of the fruit and seeds and sold them to the merchant who told them about the village in the first place. However, merchant, if you aren't busy at the moment, do you think you can assist me with a little job I have? Izuku, what's the job? Merchant, there's a hot springs town not too far away from here. I need you to deliver some goods to it in there. Izuku, there are hot spring towns in this world, too? Merchant, why of course. Izuku, well you can count on us. After that, they went to the town with the hot springs to deliver the goods. Woman, thank you very much. It was very kind of you to bring it to the inn. Have a lovely day. She left. Philo, Izuku looked over to see Philo, Rafalia, and Ary dipping their feet in one of the hot springs. Philo, it's so warm. Hey daddy, this water's so great. Can I go in this hot spring thing too? Can I? Izuku, what about you too? Rafalia? Ary, I'd love to. Rafalia, well, I'm not really that interested actually. But if you, Ary, and Philo want to go, I'll be happy to accompany you. Her tail was wagging, so Izuku knew that she actually wanted to go to the hot springs. Izuku couldn't help but smile. Izuku, alright. Then we're spending the night here. Rafalia, thanks Master Izuku. Philo, Daddy. Ary, Papa. They both hugged their father. Philo and Ary, thank you. Later, Rafalia and Ary were sharing a hot springs together. Rafalia, I'm happy we're staying in a hot springs inn, except that Philo is being way too clingy with Master Izuku. I get that she's his daughter now, but I want to be clingy with him also. Ary, hey Raph? What's with the message on this statue? Rafalia, huh? She looked to see Ary pointing at a statue which had a story written on it. Rafalia, let me see. She looks at the message. Ary, what does it say? Rafalia, The origin and benefits of this hot spring. Ary, oh. Rafalia, What does a silver boar have to do with a hot spring? That's interesting. Ary, what exactly are these benefits? Rafalia, let me see its effects our success in love. Ary, whoa. Really? Rafalia. The couple that enters this hot springs together will be united eternally? Ary, cool. However, Rafalia was no longer paying attention to who was listening to her and started talking to herself. Rafalia, that means that if I can get Master Izuku to bathe together with me in this hot spring. Her face turned bright pink, and she covered her face with her hands. Rafalia, no! Master Izuku. We can't kiss. I'll end up being pregnant. Ary, hold on. Back up, Raf. That's when Rafalia realized that Ary was still with her. She heard everything she said. Rafalia slowly turned her head towards Ary. Rafalia, you Ary, so let me ask you this. Do you have a crush on my papa? Rafalia, do you have a lie detector quirk? Ary, no. Rafalia, well, I do not have a crush on Master Izuku. No way. Nah. Ary noticed her tail was wagging. Ary, you're lying. Rafalia, oh, so you do have a lie detector quirk. Ary, no. I'm just not stupid. Rafalia, stupid? Ary, your tail wagging is a dead giveaway. Don't think I can't notice your tail. Rafalia looked to see that she was right. Her tail was wagging a lot. Rafalia, stupid tail. Fine. It's true. I have a crush on Master Izuku. Just please don't tell him. I'm begging you. Ary sighed. Ary, fine. But you should still tell him how you feel. Rafalia, huh? Ary, Papa is a wonderful person. He saved you from slavery. He saved me from torture. He saved the village that was attacked by the wave. Saved the other village from the plant monsters and gave them a large source of food. And that's just to name a few. Papa deserves all the happiness he can get. Rafalia, you're really okay with me dating your papa? Ary smiled and nodded. Ary, of course. And I wouldn't mind calling you mommy. Rafalia clutched her chest as she was just too adorable. Rafalia, that means a lot to me, Ary. But what if he doesn't feel the same way about me? What do I do? Ary, Raf. I can't really help you all that much with this. I'm only 7 years old. Rafalia, well, oh yeah. Good point. Ary, I do know one thing though. If you don't tell Papa how you feel about him, he'll never know. Rafalia, you may have a point. But not yet. I need some more time. Ary, okay. Then they heard Izuku. Izuku, wow. This is an open-air bath? Rafalia and Ary, Master Izuku / Papa? Rafalia, do you think he heard us? Ary, I don't think so. Philo, this place is really big. Izuku, Philo. Don't swim in the bath. Philo, why can't I? Izuku, actually. With how big this bath is, I guess it's okay. Ary, that explains why Philo wasn't here yet. Much later, Rafalia was walking through the inn, having finished her hot spring bath. Rafalia, Philo ended up being with Master Izuku the whole time. She was holding a drink in her hands. Rafalia, anyway, I want to share this drink with him. 2 women were talking in her path. Woman 1, hey, have you ever heard of Latium? Woman 2, oh, you mean that rare crystal found in this area? Woman 1, everyone says that if you make a love charm out of it, it works amazingly well. Woman 2, no. Really? Rafalia, a love charm out of Latium? She walked over to the room they were staying at to see Izuku brushing Philo and Ary's hair. Then he noticed Rafalia. Izuku, oh hey Rafalia. What's going on? Rafalia, it's nothing. She drank one of her drinks. Philo, oh Rafalia. Can I have some? Rafalia drank the other bottle. Philo, Izuku, why does she look so mad? Later that night, Rafalia, how am I gonna tell Master Izuku how I feel? She thought to herself for a bit. Rafalia, Mom always used to say that giving a gift was the best way to get your beloved's attention. She fell in love with Dad after he gave her a gift, too. Maybe if I can give him some latium, it will work. She got up from her bed and left to find some latium. Rafalia, a bird called a gagako, collects it, so if I find one of their nests, I'll find some latium. I'll be able to give it as a gift to Master Izuku. And then, Rafalia stopped. Rafalia, oh, we can't, Master Izuku. 'Cause if we kiss. Philo, what's this about Daddy? Rafalia, huh? Where'd that voice come from? She looked behind to find Philo. Rafalia, Philo, is that you? Why is she up in the mountains? Don't tell me she's after the latium, too? Philo, you're here for the eggs too, aren't you? Rafalia, huh? Philo, sure. The old man at the inn told me that the eggs of a bird called a gagako are a rare delicacy. Rafalia, oh, I see, she's just being a glutton like always. She's such a child. Philo, if I take a rare delicacy to Daddy, I know he'll like me more and more. I'm sure he'll pet me and brush my hair and be my daddy forever. So no eggs for you. Bye. She started running off. Rafalia, hey. Wait. She followed after Philo. Philo, eggs, eggs, yummy eggs. Rafalia, when did this become a race? She was out of breath chasing after Philo. Philo then turned around to face her while walking backwards. Philo, heh. Rafalia's a slowpoke. Rafalia noticed she was about to fall off a cliff. Rafalia, Philo. Watch out. Philo, huh? She stepped over the edge and was about to fall. Rafalia grabbed her and tried to pull her up, but failed and they both fell down. Luckily, they landed on something that broke their fall. Rafalia, that hurt my tail. Philo, Rafalia, are you okay? Rafalia, I guess. Are you feeling okay? Philo, I think so. Thank you so much. Rafalia smiled. Rafalia, we're lucky that this thing cushioned our fall, or we probably wouldn't have made it. She patted it, and it suddenly moved. As it turns out, it was a boar monster. Rafalia and Philo, oh, now they were being chased by the boar. Unfortunately, there was a gap in the path. Rafalia, now what? Philo, Rafalia, get on me right away. She transformed into her Philolio form. Rafalia then jumped on top of her. She jumped over the gap and landed safely. Rafalia got off of Philo as she reverted back to her human form and the boar monster stopped. Philo, that was scary. Rafalia, thank you, Philo. Philo, huh? Rafalia, so we're even now, right? She gave a wink. Philo, Philo gave her a smile. After that, they continued onwards until the sun finally started rising and they found a sleeping gagako, laying on its eggs and a latium crystal. Rafalia, so I guess that's a gagako. Philo, eggs, yummy eggs. They quietly made their way to the gagako. But as Rafalia reached towards it, it woke up and screamed. Rafalia, I'm sorry, I don't mean to scare you. I just need that crystal you're sitting on. Then, they heard growling, and when Rafalia looked behind her, she saw that the boar monster from before was behind them. The monster charged at them. Philo, oh no, Rafalia, Philo. We have to. But then, Izuku, SMASSH. Izuku came in just in time and destroyed the boar monster. Rafalia and Philo, Master Izuku / Daddy. Izuku, there you girls are. When danger sense went off and you two weren't around, I knew you two were in danger. Are you two alright? Rafalia, yes. Thank you. Izuku, glad to hear. Now what were you doing here? Rafalia and Philo took a step back. Izuku took a deep breath. Izuku, I am sorry. I shouldn't have shouted like that. But girls, do you have any idea how worried I was? They looked down. Izuku, I'm not sure why you two went off on your own like that, but please. If you're going to do that again, at least let me know. He picked up Philo and hugged her with one arm and Rafalia in the other arm. Izuku, I don't want to know what would have happened if I didn't get there in time. Nor do I want to know. Rafalia, Master Izuku. She saw a few tears in his eye. Izuku, I don't want to lose you girls. Rafalia, I'm sorry, Master Izuku. Philo, I'm sorry too, Daddy. Izuku lets them go. Izuku, I forgive you. But please, don't do something like this again. Okay? Rafalia and Philo nodded. Izuku, thank you. After that, Rafalia got the crystal and Philo got the eggs. They decided to store them away for later. Then they made their way back to the inn, just in time for Ary to wake up. The next day, it was time for the team of 4 to leave. However, as Izuku was leaving, he overheard 2 men talking about something. Man 1, an epidemic in the east, you say? Man 2, that's right. Apparently they don't have enough medicine for everyone who's sick. Izuku, an epidemic in the east? He made his way to the girls. Rafalia, Master Izuku, where are we heading to now? Izuku, we're going east. The Rage Shield. Izuku was currently working on something for the girls. He created a special bracelet for Rafalia and special matching hair clips for Philo and Ary. He checked to see if they would fit on the girls when he accidentally woke Philo up. So Izuku hid the items behind his back. Philo, what's wrong, Daddy? Can't you get to sleep tonight? Izuku, sorry. I just came to check on you three. Go back to sleep. Philo, okay. Good night, Daddy. Thank you for checking up on us. See you tomorrow. Izuku, yeah? Good night. She went back to sleep. Izuku, I should get some sleep too. Izuku went to sleep. The next day, the team was getting ready for the day when they found a sick elderly and her son, so they decided to give them food. Mother, you folks would do well to turn back while you can. Boy, if you keep going forward on this path, you'll die. Izuku, we heard there's a village down this path. Mother, the village is devastated. Even the village elder got sick with the plague. Izuku, I see. However, they were going there regardless. So they got on the carriage and rode off. Rafalia, what's happening there? Izuku, we'll know soon. Later, they just made it to the village. Villager 1, well, what brings you to a godforsaken place like this? Izuku, I'm a traveling merchant. I have medicines to sell. Villager 1, traveling merchant you say? Wait, that Philolial. Could it be? Is that the heavenly fowl? He ran to find the doctor. Villager 1, doctor, quick! Our savior of the heavenly fowl has come for us. The doctor came to them. Doctor, I run the village clinic. Hi, if I may ask, are you really? Izuku, I'm just here to sell some medicine. Doctor, even that would be a great help. I can't make anywhere near enough for everyone. He led them inside the clinic, and it was full of sick people. Nurse, good morning. Oh, doctor, are these people with you? Doctor, they just arrived. They're going to sell us some medicine. Izuku, I should probably give it to them myself. Using his potion-enhanced skill, he gave everyone the medicine, and it made them better. His payment? Izuku, 50 silvers? Doctor, we can't thank you enough, dear sir. Izuku, honestly, it's a bit short. But it's good enough for me. Doctor, you were truly a great help. Now we've staved off the immediate crisis. Izuku, so? All I was able to do was treat their symptoms. They aren't cured. On top of that, it won't be long until they end up feeling as bad as they were before. We need a permanent solution. Nurse, unfortunately, there's nothing we can do. Izuku, nothing you can do? Rafalia, what do you mean? Nurse, we believe it's the wind coming from the mountain that's the cause of the plague in our village. The mountain that's home to the monsters. Izuku, home to what monsters? Doctor, around a month ago, a large dragon that nested there was killed by the sword hero. That, at least, was the good news. Izuku, guess those rumors about him were true. Hang on. What does that have to do with the plague? Doctor, many adventurers came to our village, mostly in order to see the dragon's corpse, as well as to purchase supplies. That certainly did help the village to flourish, of course. But then, one day, one of the adventurers collapsed, and more followed. The dragon's flesh had begun to rot and began emitting some kind of poison. Izuku, so the sword hero just left the corpse lying there? Great. He should have known that the corpse will rot. Wait. I guess it must have slipped his mind, since he thinks this world is nothing more than a game. Rafalia, wait, how come you haven't gotten rid of it already? Nurse, that mountain's filled with violent monsters, so the only ones who even dare to go there are the adventurers. There's nothing we can do about it, Doctor, and perhaps, due to the dragon's poison, the very ecology of the mountain has changed, too. Given the terrible consequences, the average adventurer won't go anywhere near the corpse. Izuku, question. Have you informed the royal court yet? Doctor, yes. We're supposed to receive a delivery of medicine shortly. Nurse, but they said that the heroes are still too busy to help us yet, so all we can do is wait. Rafalia, they're too busy to help. Izuku, there's nothing need for them. We'll handle it. Rafalia, let's get ready to set out. Rafalia, right. Doctor, wait. You don't mean to say you're planning to go out there yourself? It'll be too dangerous. Rafalia, oh, you don't need to worry about us. We're used to danger. Doctor, I just can't find the words to express our gratitude. Izuku, you don't need to. The next day, they were on their way up the mountain while wearing masks. However, Ary wasn't with them. Rafalia, I know we're dealing with a dragon here, But this is a lot more than what we usually carry. Izuku, well, we had to take the wagon either way. A little more luggage isn't a problem, Rafalia. We could have traveled much lighter if Philo hadn't thrown such a tantrum. Flashback. Philo, I've collected a lifetime's worth of memories with this wagon. We can't leave it behind, Ary. Philo, you've only been around for a month. She wasn't going to take no for an answer. End of flashback. Rafalia, I don't know what to do about Philo's selfishness. Izuku, honestly, it's not a bad idea. They saw a bunch of monsters in their path. Izuku, we'll never get anywhere if we try to fight them all. He held out his hand. Izuku, as shield hero, source of thy power, I order thee. Decipher the laws of nature and defend my target. Fast guard. Philo gained a bright green aura and ran faster than before, bulldozing through all the monsters. It didn't take long before they made it to their destination. Izuku, all right. Here we are. Rafalia coughed a bit. Izuku, man. The air here is terrible. Rafalia, if you're having a hard time, stay back. Rafalia, I'll be fine. No need to worry. Izuku, all right. They walked over to the rotting dragon corpse. Izuku, you know, we probably should have eaten before coming here. Because I just lost my appetite. They heard munching and looked behind to see Philo eating her food. Philo, I don't know what it is, but looking at it sure made me hungry. Rafalia, try not to overeat. They continued to walk over to the corpse. Izuku, you know, given its size, even taking it apart will be a pain. But then the corpse started to move. It's leaking blood coming back to it. Its wings regenerating somewhat. It then got up and let out a loud roar. Izuku, a zombie dragon? Rafalia, what do we do, Master Izuku? Izuku, as things are right now, we need to get away from it. They started to run, but Philo got in front of the zombie dragon in anger. Izuku, Philo. No, Philo, a dragon? I hate dragons. She jumped up and kicked it in the head. Izuku, huh? Maybe we can fight it. He then saw that the zombie dragon was about to unleash poison breath. Izuku, everyone. Get behind me. They did that and the zombie dragon tried to blast them with poison breath. Luckily, Izuku was able to block some of it. Unfortunately, not all of it. Izuku, this doesn't look good. My shield can't block all its poison breath. I may have resistance, but Rafalia doesn't. But still, if we don't stop it here, things will get even worse. Philo, now I'm mad. She ran towards the zombie dragon. Izuku, Philo. Don't fight it alone. She didn't listen and tried to attack the zombie dragon. But it slapped her with its wing. She tried attacking it again, and this time landed a hit on its head. Izuku, we need to fall back and regroup. But Philo ran towards the zombie dragon again and it ate her. There was blood. Rafalia, Philo. The dragon blasted them with poison breath and Izuku instinctively blocked it, but Izuku, Philo, no. Izuku, why her no you? Smoke screen and Black Whip started to go crazy. Izuku, you bastard! And then a message appeared in front of his vision. D0 US 33k power? D0 hat 33 VR YT HNG? Izuku hate. Curse series Rage Shield. Izuku, I hate it. I hate it all. Hate. His eyes turned completely red. Izuku hate. Rafalia, Master Izuku? He started walking towards the zombie dragon. Rafalia, no! Master Izuku. The zombie dragon slammed its claw down on Izuku when he was in range, but Izuku caught it easily. Then, she saw that a red visual of his skill tree showed up all over his body. Izuku, you will pay. Rafalia, Master Izuku. She tried to run towards help him, but wind pressure that was kicked up by him blew her, and the zombie dragon, back. Fire started to surround Izuku. The zombie dragon swung its tail at Izuku, but he blocked it. Izuku, now burn. He set the tail on fire, and the zombie dragon pulled its tail back. Izuku continued to march forward. Izuku, kill. The zombie dragon tried to attack him again, but he parried its tail attack. Izuku, suffer. He wasn't stopping. Izuku, you will die. Then he remembered what Rafalia told him. Rafalia, I swear to be your sword forever. Izuku, that voice. He realized what he was doing. Izuku, crap. I lost control of my emotions. He then snapped out of his rage and noticed that Rafalia had grabbed onto him. Rafalia, Master Izuku. I'm so glad that you're back too. She started coughing and collapsed. Izuku, Rafalia. He then noticed that there were black markings on her. Izuku, oh no, what have I done? He took a deep breath. Izuku, as shield hero, source of thy power, I order thee. Decipher the laws of nature and heal my target. He held his hand out towards Rafalia. Izuku, fast heal. It didn't seem to do anything. Izuku, what? And heal my target. Fast heal. Again, it didn't work. Izuku, why isn't this working? Why? Why? No. No, the zombie dragon tried to attack them both, but Izuku, stay away from her. Detroit Smash. He punched the dragon's claw away with a fist made of fire. Izuku, what the? No. I can't focus on this strange new shield. I have to defeat this dragon. It seems I have no choice. I'll have to use gear shift. But then, he noticed that its stomach bulged out a bit and then let out a loud roar. Then, it fell down on the ground. Dead for good this time. Izuku, how did? Rafalia got up. Rafalia, Master Izuku? She then fell down again. Izuku, Rafalia. Are you okay? Rafalia, yes I am. Thanks to your healing, Master Izuku. And I'm glad we finally defeated the dragon. Then its stomach bursted open and out came Philo? Philo then got up. Izuku at Philo? Philo, well, it took me a little while, but I'm out. Izuku, but how? It ate you. There was blood everywhere. Philo, blood? Oh, that was just the fruit I threw up when the dragon gobbled me up. Izuku, so that's what it was. Tears streamed from his eyes as he rushed at Philo and hugged her. Philo, are you okay, Daddy? Izuku, I thought you were gone forever. Sniff, I thought I lost you. Philo returned the hug. Philo, I'm sorry, Daddy. I didn't mean to worry you like that. Izuku, I know. I'm just glad you're still alive. Rafalia smiled. Rafalia, so, wait, Philo. You killed the dragon too? Philo, sure. And you know what else? While I was tearing at its belly trying to get out, I found a big purple crystal. It was so shiny. Izuku, a crystal? So that must have been the source of its power. What did you do with it, Philo? She let out a burp. Izuku, you ate it? Rafalia laughed before coughing a lot. Izuku, Rafalia, she fell down. Philo, what's wrong with her? Izuku, we gotta give her medicine. No. We need to get her to Ary. Rafalia, no. We have to get rid of the dragon's body first. Izuku, but Rafalia, I'll be alright. I promise. Izuku sighed. Izuku, alright. Philo, let's clean up this mess. Philo, right. Izuku lit a fire, and they used that fire to cremate the body. Then, they made their way back to the village. Ary, what happened to you, Raf? Izuku, it was all my fault. Ary. Please. We need your help to heal her with your rewind quirk. Ary, sure thing, Papa. She used her rewind quirk on Rafalia and healed her from the curse placed on her. The black markings on her were gone. Rafalia then woke up. Izuku, are you okay, Rafalia? Rafalia noticed that he was carrying her bridal style and her face turned bright red. Rafalia, why yeah. I am perfectly fine. Her tail was wagging like crazy. Izuku, I doubt it. You look like you have a fever. I think it's best we rest here for the night. Rafalia knew there was no changing his mind. Rafalia, alright. Izuku, I'm really sorry, Rafalia. Rafalia, everything's all alright. Philo, oh. I almost forgot. I have a gift for you, Daddy. Right here. She gave him a purple crystal. Izuku, what's this? Philo, it's a crystal I found inside the dragon. Rafalia, did you throw that up? Philo, of course not. I kept this one cause I wanted to give Daddy a gift. Izuku, you really didn't have to. But I really appreciate it. Just give me a second to put Rafalia down, and I'll get it. He put Rafalia down, and she pouted. Izuku then took the crystal and put it into his shield. However, Izuku, it seems my level isn't high enough to use this shield. He thought back to that strange shield he used. Izuku, I have to be more careful whenever I use that shield. I have to remember to keep control over my emotions. Rafalia, Master Izuku? Izuku, I must apologize, girls. I put you both in grave danger because I hesitated. I should have stepped up and distracted the dragon. I could have activated FA gene and kicked it at full 100%. I could have clamped its mouth shut with black whips so Philo wouldn't run the risk of getting eaten. Ary, wait, what? Philo, don't worry, sis. I'm okay, Izuku, but still. I should have done something instead of just standing by. Rafalia, Master Izuku, it wasn't your fault. If only I'd been stronger, I could have done more to help. Philo, yeah? Because I hate dragons so much, I charged in when I should have. Izuku couldn't help but smile. Izuku, how about we just agree that we all screwed up and work towards correcting our mistake? Rafalia, yes. Together. Philo, yeah. The four of us. Ary, let's work hard together. Papa. Izuku, alright everyone. Let's get some rest for today. Philo, can we all sleep together tonight? Izuku, what? Ary, please, Papa? Rafalia, I would also like that. Izuku sighed. Izuku, alright. After that, they spent the night sleeping together.
Let me know in the comments below if you guys want the next part. Also check out my other video that has been shown and left. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share this video. And have a fantastic day. Bye.